All right, looks like we are live. So, hey guys, how is it going? Welcome to Let's Chat Live episode 138. So, yeah, these go on lots of numbers in these, isn't there? So, anyway, let's see who's in the voice chat, shall we? So, waiting for me is, let's have a look. So, right now, we have Daniel, Lucky Nerd, Ozzy, Shadow, and Blaze. Let's go and say hello to them, shall we? Hey guys. Nice to see you all.
Yeah.
So yeah, how's it going? How's it going?
Going pretty good.
That's great to hear. What's that supposed to be?
What?
What's Blaze playing?
Game.
Vampire. No, never played that.
So it's finally September.
Yeah, a new month.
Yeah.
It's the time of now where the months of this year are now ending in Burr, if you will. You know, ER, if you will.
Yep. September, October, November, December, the whole jizz.
Yeah, Burr, if you will. Hey Joseph, welcome. So yeah, and today's been pretty good too. Yeah, I've been to Manchester for my monthly visit, and it's been pretty nice, and I got some pretty cool things. And yeah, now we're live, so which is pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
And I must say as well, that nowadays I definitely do appreciate old things more than ever. Really
I agree with that.
I really do. I mean, early today, guys, I was playing Lego Indiana Jones 1, and I played it with a massive grin on my face because it brought lots of memories.
It is a really great game.
It is. It's one of my favorite Lego games of all time. One of the absolute greatest ever. And I finished the Temple of Doom part today. Got Last Crusade left, and then that's why when it comes to Lego Indiana Jones. Hey Roxana, Darth Prime. And also, guys, I do not plan to play like Indiana Jones 2 anytime soon because I don't see the point.
Oh, good. That movie, that game is trash.
Because I refuse to play Lego Movie 2, I'd regard it as the worst Lego game I've played so far in my life. So far, I say, because I've no doubt if I did ever play Lego Movie 2, I'd probably say that's the absolute worst.
Probably.
Like if I was to compare the two games, at least the characters in Lego Indiana Jones 2 have abilities, don't they?
Yeah, much. And it still acts and it feels like a Lego game, unlike Lego Movie 2.
Lego Movie 2 is just the same gameplay in all levels, isn't it? It's like open world focus for some reason, isn't it? And you build rubbish, isn't it? They don't make it unique, do they?
I guess basically no world building. That's the best way I can describe it.
That's actually very ironic. No world building in a Lego game. That's just really ironic. Because you're supposed to build things in Lego games, but you can't in this game, can you?
Yeah, bland and dull.
Yes, and also as well, folks, I in terms of Lego game territory, I have been playing Lego Jurassic World, and I've managed to get all the collectibles in the story missions, thankfully, which is very relieving.
Nice.
And I might say even that's one of the greatest Lego games of all time as well.
Yeah, I can watch for that.
I absolutely love the game. Apart from, of course, Jurassic Park 3's first level, which I thought was horrible because of having to shut up Amanda Kirby constantly yelling Eric. Please don't remind me of that, please. Oh, Lucky Nerd left us.
When I get back to replaying it, I'm going to mute that part.
Well, I have good news for you, was it on the free play of that level, she didn't say anything for some reason.
Yeah, I know, because I've done that already.
Yeah, which is brilliant. So thankfully, when we played it for collectible, she didn't say anything. She just stood there looking dumbfounded with a microphone. And then again, the character is done forwarded anyway. I can't stand her. She's my most hated JP character of all time. One of many reasons why I hate JP3.
And yeah, when it comes to movies, I finally started Rambo.
Very nice. I'm glad you did. First Blood is, of course, my personal favourite of that franchise.
Yeah, awesome movie.
And Shadow, I've got to ask as well, what were your thoughts on the ending scene where Rambo has a breakdown?
Oh man, that was actually very tragic to see.
Yeah, it was. It shows how great an actor Sly is. Really does.
It also shows what he had gone through in the Vietnam War.
Yeah, Sly made it so convincing. He's a great actor. And I see that you also I see that you also have the unfortunate pain of watching Rambo 3, Shadow, unfortunately.
Yep.
Yeah, that to me is the worst of a franchise. I hate Rambo 3.
It's the most boring out of the Rambo movies.
Yeah, I can vouch for that.
Also, just like Ozzy, I almost fell asleep.
Well, I can't blame you. I nearly did as well when I was watching it.
Well, the only difference is that I actually did fall asleep.
Yeah, I nearly fell asleep. I stayed awake, thankfully, but I was tempted. I mean, I actually multitasked instead, guys. I was playing on my Xbox instead when I was watching Rambo 3 a couple of years ago for the first time.
And also, I just found that the fights to be very cartoonish than the Netflix.
Oh, it is cartoony. You're not wrong there. I mean, fire arrows. You having a laugh?
What is this? Zelda?
Probably is. Although, did this film come out before the Zelda franchise started, Ozzy?
It released after Zelda.
Oh no, you don't need to.
Let me check.
Wait, you don't need to.
Let me check.
Right, you don't need to took inspiration from Zelda, do you? I hope not.
Hold on. 1988. Let me double check to see when Legend of Zelda started.
I know some franchise of games just start in the late 80s, like.
Oh, God.
Oh no, so you don't really took inspiration from it, do you, Ozzy?
I think it did, because Legend of Zelda was in 1986.
Well, that's stupid, because Zelda's a completely different franchise to Rambo.
That's a fantasy franchise.
Exactly. Speaking of fantasies, Final Fantasy, I believe debuted in the late 80s as well.
Let me check that.
Same with Metal Gear as well. And also, Shadow, you will, however, love Rambo 2008, but I love Rambo 2008.
Don't worry, I'm watching that next week.
Yeah, I mean, you probably wondering what to expect. Just expect lots of violence, okay? I'm saying it now, there's tons of it. Yeah, so you're definitely in for a treat if you're in for violence, of course. I mean, that's what Rambo's known for anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I love Game of Thrones, so of course I'm gonna love Rambo.
Yeah, you will, and in my opinion, that's also where the franchise should have ended too.
Yeah, I will be watching The Last Blood as well.
It's not that good in my opinion, but 2008, in my opinion, is the true end of Rambo to me. Because it gives me a very happy ending. And you'll see why when you check it out.
I checked Final Fantasy, and that was a year after Zelda.
So that was an 80s franchise too. That's pretty cool.
And look, you'll be able to know this, but tomorrow I'm going to be watching Sisu.
Well, I hope you love it. I mean, I absolutely love it. It's my favorite film of the year so far.
And next week is going to be Evil Dead 2 and GoldenEye.
Awesome. You were definitely like GoldenEye. That's my favorite Bond films with Pierce Brosnan.
And I'm just going to say this right now, GoldenEye is also my favorite song from Tina Turner.
Well, rest in peace, Tina. Absolute legend she is. I mean, to quote one of her songs, she's simply the best.
Honestly, guys, when it comes to celebrity deaths, I hate this year. I hate this year so much.
Yeah, this year sucks. We lost lots of people this year.
Lots of people that I love.
Yeah. It's not fair when we lose people that we love, is it?
Like, when are we gonna lose someone that we hate?
I have no idea.
Like I would gladly see James Gunn dead.
The only thing I would say is, just appreciate people with all the time we have, Just appreciate the nice people all the time, we have with them, show how much you love them and all that, really, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I do. I mean, these days, I always talk about James Earl Jones, how much I love James Earl Jones, for example. Because if you guys saw my trash talk with Judge Dredd 995, he was one of the few things I praised about trash.
To be completely honest, when a celebrity hits their 80s, like celebrity I'm attached to, that's kind of when I grow concerned about them.
Yeah, me too. But as long as they stay healthy, then, you know, I'm not that concerned. But if they show signs of ill health, that's when I get worried.
And like, I think I saw on either Twitter or Facebook that Phil Collins has some health issues right now.
Oh dear, yeah, I think that's why he stopped doing tours with his band Genesis. Since he did a farewell tour, didn't he, with them? So if he's ill because of it, I can totally understand why he's, you know, stepping back.
He's 72.
Yeah,
I'm worried for him right now.
Yeah, I'm worried for him too. He's a great singer.
Underrated.
Yeah, he's amazing. When it comes to, you know, his songs, aside from, of course, the songs he did for Tarzan and all that, guys, have you guys ever heard his song Mama with his band Genesis?
No, I haven't yet.
It's a great song. It's in my favourite game, GTA 4, actually, on my radio's in it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And, oh yeah, today as well, we also unfortunately lost someone called Jimmy Booth. That I unfortunately haven't heard any of his songs, guys, but yeah, rest in peace.
Rest in peace to him, yeah.
Yeah. I'll probably check one of his songs one day, see what I think. I'm sure it'll be great because he was well loved by fans, weren't he? For a reason. And speaking of James Earl Jones, who I mentioned earlier, guys, I also hope you guys enjoyed my trash talk I did with Judge Dredd 995.
Oh, you bet I did. Oh,
glad you did.
Now I know why to avoid it.
Sorry, what, Daniel?
I said I'm glad you destroyed that trash.
Oh yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Yeah.
I'm just glad that I'm avoiding it.
It is trash. It's not worth your time. I mean, pun intended, guys. It is dreadful.
Hey, Luke, do you want to know something?
Yeah, sure.
So about 15 minutes before you came onto the stream, I hopped on so I could show Shadow and Ozzy a scene from a movie that Don will be reviewing in the next few weeks for his channel.
Okay, that's cool. Hey, Exalted Nerd, what's up? So, what scene was that, Daniel, that you showed them?
It was just a little 4-minute sequence from Dusk Till Dawn.
Oh, right, yeah. I need to watch that film one day.
It's much easier for me and Ozzy to watch it since it's on Max, but I don't think Max is in the UK, is it?
It's not, unfortunately, for me, which sucks. But you know what? I don't really care if stream service that much anyway, so it's not much of a loss for me anyway.
You can see if you can find it in one of your stores.
Well, I'd rather watch it. I'd rather watch it digitally first, so I see if it's worth buying or not first. You know.
I guess
that's my tactic. Because what if I don't like it? You know. It all counts on opinion, doesn't it? I guess. But
yeah.
I mean, Daniel, based on your word, would you say that the film is better than today's trash that comes out?
Are you asking me From Dusk Till Dawn is better than a lot of stuff we get nowadays?
Yes.
I would 100% say yes, absolutely.
Wonderful, and I just want to watch as well to see, you know, George Clooney in a good role as well.
Yeah, you definitely got that.
Oh, don't forget Harvey Keitel as well.
Harvey Keitel's in here, is he? Okay, well, I like him from Tarantino's films, so sure, I'll like him in that.
Oh, and speaking of which, Tarantino is also in the movie as well.
Oh, that's cool. I definitely love Tarantino. He's one of my favorite directors of all time, and he, of course, has my respect as well these days. And you know what? I think, and you know what, guys? I think he's doing the right thing, making the decision to retire, because I feel like if he continue making films, this world will probably try and ruin his films, wouldn't it?
Yep.
Because not every director can keep it going. Like,
yeah,
you know, exactly. Spielberg is continued in the 70s, and he's still going strong.
Yes,
but
he is.
Not every director has to be Spielberg. They could just, you know, retire whenever they would like to.
Yeah, man, just look at Sam Raimi. Look at what Disney did to him.
Yeah. And as I said, guys, I refuse to watch messed up versions of crapness because I don't want to see my favorite director get ruined.
Because I think another problem is that some directors are giving in to directing a movie for a franchise, and you know that there's some franchises out there, excluding the two bigger ones, that have gone downhill nowadays.
Yes, I mean, one example of a director who took part on a franchise which should have ended a while ago, and I lost respect for when he, because he destroyed it, was James Mangold.
I still will never forgive James Mangold for what he did to Indiana Jones.
I never will either. I'll stick to his older films. He did.
And speaking of which, I feel so sorry for Blaze that I had to watch Indy 5 this week.
Yeah, but guess what? He didn't even finish it.
Yeah, that's the best part.
And yeah, when he told me that, guys, right, he literally texted me late at night while I was playing Lego Jurassic World, saying, I don't care about this film anymore. And I asked him, are you gonna shut it off? And he said, yeah, lol. And he actually did. And he said, guys, that the only good thing about it was John Williams' music, and he said the film was soulless. And I don't doubt that for a single second.
It's not wrong.
I mean, he's not wrong. He's not wrong. I can confirm that.
Yes. Hey, Noxwave. Yeah, I'd love a Spider-Man 4 film too. That's why I cover Spider-Man 3 and movie deserves a sequel in that playlist. Go check it out. And
speaking of bad movies, this week I also watched the Beauty and the Beast sequels. God, they were awful.
Yeah, based on what Ozzy said about them, I'm not surprised he thought they were awful, Shadow. I've thankfully not seen them yet. I've only seen the original one, animated, and no, guys, I've not seen a remake either, and I don't want to.
It's not worth your time anyways, unless you really want to see Emma Watson in a terrible role.
No thanks. I'll stick to a good roles.
Well, I'll say this. Well, when it comes to Beauty and Beast, I think that is probably the best one. I think the remake is by far better than the sequels.
Well, yeah, it's not really saying a lot because I give the remake a 3 out of 10. From what I've heard about the direct video sequels, I give it a below 0 if I'm being completely honest.
Wow, are they genuinely that unwatchable, guys? These sequels?
They are. Yeah, they are.
But in the Christmas sequel, though, Tim Curry is the best part of that one.
Well, I don't know why he's an amazing actor and voice actor.
Now, let me tell you this. If I were to rank the Disney Beauty and the Beast movies, obviously first place would go to the original. As for last place, definitely Belle's Magical World. I despise that movie. Not the remake. The remake goes second place.
Blaze, if you want to talk about Indiana Jones 5, you do that. Go ahead. By all means, talk about it. And also, guys, Blaze also sent me a clip of Indiana Jones when he's young, and he also confirmed to me that in many of the scenes, his voice was out of sync with the mouth movements, and the way the mouth moved was just not good.
So, like a puppet, and basically, he was a puppet.
You could say that. You could say that, and basically, as well, I can also confirm from hearing the voice, but they didn't even use a voice change to make him sound younger. They just used Harrison Ford's elderly voice where he's in his 80s for some reason.
And Blaze also told me that apparently his shadow flickered.
It does. Which I think is very appalling because like that scene was in dark lighting, so they could have hidden the CGI well, couldn't they? But no, they didn't.
So shadow flicker. So is he Peter Pan?
You could say that.
And it was also a bit of a coincidence that me and Blaze was watching a movie from Lucasfilm at the same time. Because I was actually watching Phantom Menace.
Oh, very nice.
And I told Blaze that this is a 24-year-old movie and it has better CGI than that.
Oh, of course it does. Yeah, Phantom Menace holds up fantastically. So does the rest of the prequels.
Way better effects.
And Alexander has also confirmed to me, guys, that there's many things in the prequels which I had no clue with CGI until he told me. So, yeah. The fact that I'm discovering it now shows that it's amazing what it did. Amazing. So, yeah, Blaze told me, guys, the only good thing about the film, in his opinion, was John Williams' soundtrack. And you know what? I can't say, I don't agree because, as far as I'm concerned, he's the greatest composer ever.
Plus, I can vouch for that because I actually did listen to the soundtrack.
And is it good, Ozzy, in your opinion?
Yeah, it's actually pretty good.
I mean, it's John Williams we're talking about. In my opinion, guys, he's never written a single bad soundtrack I've heard, ever. Not once,
Yeah, all the
in my
movies.
opinion.
Yeah, every movie I've seen where he composed the music, it was never terrible. The
Yeah.
music was never terrible.
Yeah, that's where he's, you know, to me, regarded as the greatest composer ever, always will be.
Yeah, not even in the sequel trilogy, it was bad.
Yes. Although I do feel that, of course, between, you know, Fall of Skywalker, they did reuse lots of you know, previous soundtracks for some reason. They didn't let him do new stuff for some reason.
That's kind of like with Woken Blunder with Michael Giacchino and the other composer.
I mean, I think they were being
And,
really lazy doing that, really. We should have let John Williams have a chance to do, you know, more original stuff, because that was his last Star Wars film, you know, he was composing for, you know, he confirmed it himself.
And of course, there was the same case with Chamber of Secrets, but they reused a lot.
That's because he was busy composing other films the same year, Shadow. That's why. Because
I know.
Like, because I'm talking, right, you know, he did it for Attack of the Clones, of course, and he also did a soundtrack for Catch Me If You Can in the same year as well. Spielberg movie, so he was very busy in that year composing, you know, for movies. So yeah, I can totally understand why for Chamber of Secrets, most of it is music from the first movie, alongside some music which was composed by someone else called William Ross. He did the composing with the conducting and all that for the orchestra.
And there's also some. You already pointed it out in your review, but he accidentally used the Zam Wessel chase in one part of the movie during the Quidditch match.
Yeah, he did. Although thankfully they did change the pitch of it to make it slightly different, I guess. But other than that, I unfortunately recognised the track from Attack of the Clones.
I mean, it's still one of the best scenes of the movie, but it kind of feels weird.
Oh, yeah, the Quidditch
Harry
scenes.
Potter
The
movie.
Quidditch scenes are brilliant. Absolutely.
Yeah, do you hope that Hogwarts Legacy will one day let you play Quidditch?
Maybe they will in a sequel or something if they do that.
Or maybe later on in the game. I don't know.
We'll have to wait and see.
How far are you into Hogwarts Legacy, Shadow?
Where am I in Hogwarts?
Oh, hey, Don, how's it going?
Hey, Don.
Hey, Don.
Hey, Don. Nice to see you here.
Yeah.
So I'm doing very well, thank you, about all that. Yeah, screw Snow White remake. I'm definitely not watching, especially because it stars an absolute disgrace to film, which is Rachel Zegler. Screw her.
Yeah, after reading all the comments, that's another actress we've lost respect for.
Yes.
Why on earth? Okay, you're promoting a movie, and then you talk trash about it. Like, serious. Like, now it's going to be hard to rewatch the West Side Story remake knowing she's in it.
Unfortunately. I mean, my score for that film my score for that film is a 9 out of 10 anyway, but, you know, I have a feeling if I rewatch it might probably drop soon.
And it's Shazam Fury of the Gods.
I mean,
unfortunately.
But then again, though, I never liked your character to begin with.
But she wasn't the best at all, and I have no doubt if we rewatch, I'm going to hate every second of her appearing.
I mean, honestly, I found her a bit annoying in the sequel.
I personally found her subplot with Freddy a bit, you know, annoying, to be honest. I was more focused on Billy, if I'm to be honest.
Yeah, I feel the film works best when it's just Billy in normal form. I mean, to be fair, I feel like that subplot was forced into the movie.
Yeah, it was forced and not really written well, in my opinion. That's why I'll always play the first Shazam movie. Always. Yeah, it's a disaster waiting to happen, that Snow White remake, and I'm definitely not going to be able to see it. I'm not going to watch it. I'll stick to the good stuff instead.
I still can't believe somebody literally asked me if the Snow White remake was going to be good on Instagram. No.
I think it's obvious. No. I think it's obvious what it's going to be.
I literally just said, garbage.
And I see as well that John Williams also did a score for Minority Report in the same year, 2002 as well. So yeah, he was really busy in that year.
Yeah.
So yeah,
when this Woke Snow White remake comes out, I'm just gonna rewatch the original and maybe the Huntsman movies.
I mean, the first Huntsman film, in my opinion, is good. Definitely a better live action one already than this Disney one.
Yeah, I'm thinking about rewatching The Huntsman since I haven't seen that movie since it released in theaters.
Did you actually watch it at a cinema, Ozzy?
Yeah, I did. I was a little kid when it came out in theaters.
Very nice.
And I remember liking it, but it's been a while since I've seen it, so I think a rewatch is for a do-over now.
I mean, I saw it on Netflix last September, guys. You know, nearly a year ago actually. So yeah, and I thought it was good. Unfortunately, though, guys, when I watched the Huntsman films, it was unfortunate on the day the Queen died, which was very sad.
Yeah, rest in peace, Elizabeth.
Yeah, rest in peace, Your Majesty.
Rest in peace. Rest in peace to the Queen.
Yeah.
Yeah, she lived a good life.
Yeah, she did, and
Yeah,
a very long life. Yeah.
Even that 2012 film Mirror Mirror seemed like a slightly better Snow White remake than whatever Disney's gonna make us.
Not
You
feeling
know,
like that.
Don, to be absolutely fair, I despise Armie Hammer more than I do Rachel Zegler.
Oh,
Wait.
shoot, I realize he's in it. Never mind, I take back what I said. Never mind.
Oh, he's in it.
Well, I'm not watching that anytime soon. Then I'm not going to watch anything that Disgrace is in. Because after he insulted Stanley, and of course what's going on about him nowadays, why he's a recluse now, I don't want to watch a single thing he's in for a single second.
And I feel bad that Julia Roberts got attached to a horrible Snow White movie with that idiotic person that is Mr.
Not
Hammer.
Julia. That sucks.
And again, this was all before the truth came out.
Back when, of course, he was respected, but of course, yeah, his fall from grace happened years later.
I think the only movie I can stomach now that he's in is either The Social Network or The Man from U.N.C.L.E. Because at least with those two movies, you have a bunch of people in it that I actually really like. But other than that, no way. I'm not ever watching anything he's in. I think at this point, everybody knows how I feel about Armie Hammer nowadays, especially with movies I've seen him in.
I mean,
that does include Lone Ranger.
Well, I refuse to watch that, especially after Jade told me it's garbage. It's not. I know it's not worth my time.
Yeah.
And I especially, also, guys, I also don't want to watch it because I don't want to badmouth Johnny Depp either. I don't want to watch it because I don't want to badmouth Johnny.
I mean, he's the best part of the movie.
I was literally about to say that Johnny Depp was one of the only few good things about that movie.
I'll tell you word for it.
Filming Dead Man's Hollow Tales review is pretty hard because I didn't want to badmouth Depp either.
I mean, you can Don, you can badmouth a character by all means because they ruined Jack Sparrow in the film. You can badmouth a character. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's why I badmouth Sparrow.
Yeah, because there's a big difference between, you know, being a fan of a character and being a fan of the actor. There's a massive difference there.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Luke, since you just brought up Jay, do you remember when you told me that you saw Lockout, but then you also watched Escape from New York?
Yeah, what about them and Jay?
Well, I was curious because well, first off, my brother's actually watching Lockout on the TV right now, so I figured I might as well give it a shout out.
Very nice. Yeah. Well, I hope he enjoys it.
And I was also wondering if you had any desire or interest to watch Escape from LA.
I do have a desire to watch, actually. I will do soon.
All right, cool.
So, yeah, I hope it'll be good.
Funny enough, I saw Escape from LA before I saw Escape from New York.
And Daniel, which of the two Escape from films do you think is better?
I think Escape from New York is easily much better because Escape from LA, not necessarily its fault, but it has that mid-1990s problem of having some dated special effects.
Dated, okay, no worries. And also, you know how you said that your favourite role of Kurt Russell, of course, is from The Thing, right? I think you said it once, didn't you, Daniel?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I believe you also said that too, right?
Well, that's why, you know, you said it, because I posted my figure of him you know, his character in the action figure chat, and you said it's your favourite role too. So that leads me to ask, would you say your second favourite role of his is Snake, or is it another role?
Oh yeah, of course. Snake Plissken is awesome, and he is my second favorite Kurt Russell performance.
Yeah, he is, and I can also confirm that he was the inspiration for Solid Snake, the video game character from Metal Gear. So if any of you guys are fans of Metal Gear, then the main character of that franchise was inspired by Solid Plissken from from, you know, the Escape From movies.
Well, now I know.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like at first I thought he was an inspiration from Rambo.
Well, I can see what you mean, and so yeah. I mean, if you're wondering
Maybe
about
one of the
some similarities, Ozzy, of course, Snake Plissken has an eye patch just like Solid Snake does, of course. So yeah, that could be one of them for you.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if Rambo was one of the inspirations.
I mean, it could have been.
I mean, then again, Snake does fight in wars as well.
Mm-hmm.
I do have very stealthy and sneaky. I do have one very tiny bad quality from Escape from New York, because I think that movie is a perfect movie in and of itself. I just have one very minor negative about it.
Yeah, go ahead, Daniel. Tell us.
So we're all in agreement that Jim Cameron is a prick, and we've all lost respect for him, right?
Well, I've lost respect for him, yeah.
So 1 year before he did Piranha 2: The Spawning, and 3 years before he did the first Terminator movie, he actually was part of the production of Escape from New York as far as set design is concerned. So, like, he was one of the people who set up all of the destroyed buildings, all the fires, all of the background extras and that. Jim Cameron was a part of that, and he actually had to take instructions from John Carpenter, which I do appreciate that, because obviously John Carpenter is a much better director than him as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, he is.
So other than the fact that Jim Cameron worked on the production from Escape from New York a little bit, I think Escape from New York is a flawless 10 out of 10.
Yes, it is.
I mean, if you want to know my take on James Cameron nowadays, I just joke about him nowadays with my friends.
I mean, he is a joke.
Like, I'm just he is a joke. One time I'm like, because like there's this one joke I made that he's gonna be like a huge billionaire being piled over a bunch of Avatar sequels.
I mean, you know what, guys? Wouldn't be surprised if he does 30 of his Avatar films in his career.
Yeah, let's be real. Avatar is probably gonna be a franchise that won't die. So let's be real.
For some reason, I don't know why it's continuing.
Oh, by the way, I can also joke that Jim Cameron doesn't even hold a candle to his feature film directorial debut as opposed to Sam Raimi, because Sam Raimi started out with the original The Evil Dead, which is a masterpiece. Jim Cameron's first film was a awful sequel to the first Piranha 2: The Spawning, that unfortunately wasted the talent of Lance Henriksen. But then again, he did eventually get better roles in Terminator, Aliens, Near Dark, as well as a bunch of other stuff. But I will always joke about the fact that Jim Cameron can claim he could be as successful as he wants to be, but back in the early 1980s, he doesn't even compare to the masterpiece that is The Evil Dead, directed by Sam Raimi, which was his feature film debut. So I can always joke about that.
I mean, you can see why Sam Raimi is my favorite director.
All right, Luke. So my brother just finished Lockout, and he's going to give it a solid 8 out of 10.
Oh, it's the same score. I think I give it, you know, a pretty high score too. Yeah, very nice.
I think
I'm gonna check it now. Lockout, where is it? Yeah, I give it a solid 9 out of 10. Solid. The only bad quality I have with it is it does, you know, quite have a similarity to Escape from New York.
By the way, I also advised my younger brother to stay away from a particular 2012 movie we discussed like 10 minutes ago.
Well, I guess that's a good idea.
Yeah, I don't want to say what it is, but we already discussed it 10 minutes ago. There's no way I ever want to say it ever again.
Yeah.
I guess I might as well take back what I said about the because I said before Rachel Zegler lost my respect, I initially said a few weeks ago that I was probably going to watch the new Hunger Games movie, but now that I lost respect for her, it's probably a movie I'm going to have to skip out on.
To be honest,
I mean,
I wasn't really interested.
I wasn't interested to begin with.
Apologies.
Well, I never liked the Hunger Games, so I think that's pretty obvious.
I'll just stick to the 4 films, really, to be honest. Although it is going to be hard to rewatch them because Jennifer Lawrence is in them, of course.
Yep.
I mean, who would you tolerate more, Jennifer or Rachel?
I mean, is it too much to say both? Because Jennifer has done some dumb things in her life too, and so has Rachel, so both. Sometimes it's hard to rank people based on how stupid they are, really, because many of them do it on equal levels, don't they?
Yeah, I guess so.
But yeah, guys, speaking of your Snake and all that, I will one day play the classic Metal Gear games, mainly because I do love the director of them, Hideo Kojima. Yeah, do you guys know who he is? Hideo Kojima.
Yeah. Name rings a bell.
He's the director of Metal Gear, Ozzy. He created Metal Gear and Death Stranding and other things too, yeah.
Well, Metal Gear is the one that really comes to mind for me.
And I think when it comes to his post on Instagram, he's definitely very unique because he doesn't put any captions in his posts for some reason. Just pictures and that's it. No text on talking about what he's doing or anything like that.
I guess sometimes captions are needed.
I guess so. I mean, this is Hideo Kojima. Maybe he's so good he doesn't need captions.
Or he's pretty much the definition of show don't tell.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, that's definitely a key rule with movies. Show don't tell. And of course, when it comes to his languages, of course, guys, he does know some words of English, but he's not fluent, which is why he relies on a translator. To do English speak when he does interviews.
Speaking of show don't tell, can I give an example of a movie that does it perfectly?
Go ahead, by all means.
WALL-E.
Yeah, good one.
Oh yeah.
I mean, the main character of that film, WALL-E, doesn't really talk properly, does he? He just talks in, robot noises, doesn't he? And some words like Eva and all that.
And of course, the movie doesn't have a lot of dialogue, anyways.
It's only the humans that talk, I guess. The humans are ones with more dialogue, like the captain, for example. And I think out of the machines and the robots in the film, Eva does talk sometimes, but I think as well, Otto does a lot of dialogue to the villain.
Yeah.
But I think when it comes to machines who talk the most, I might probably say it's the announcer, the action voice by Sigourney Weaver. Yeah, I definitely love Sigourney Weaver's voice in the film as the announcer on the Axiom.
Yeah, that's how I got introduced to Sigourney.
For me, I was introduced to her from Alien and its sequel, of course, and we don't talk about the rest.
You don't mind? I never saw the rest. Do you guys want to know my introduction? Do you guys want to know my introduction to Sigourney Weaver?
By all means.
So this was back in 2015, and I believe I was 13 years old when this movie came out, and in and of itself, this movie compared to District 9 was disappointing, but I remember seeing the trailers for Chappie, and they heavily promoted Hugh Jackman and Sigourney Weaver. So I would say Chappie was my introduction to Sigourney.
Well, that's somewhat unfortunate because that film, in my opinion, is a knockoff of Short Circuit and RoboCop.
Yeah.
And sadly, Sigourney barely appears in the film to begin with.
And then I would say the next movie that I remember her being heavily promoted all over the place was, let's see if I can remember this right. Okay, so first it was Chappie, which we can all agree is just a lousy knockoff and whatnot.
It is, yeah.
The first movie, I actually liked Chappie.
Well, that's good for you, Blaze. I just think it was generic and a bit of a rip-off of RoboCop and Short Circuit, in my opinion.
Yeah, so 1 year after the mediocre mess that was Chappie, then I watched Finding Dory in the cinema, and then they mentioned Sigourney Weaver's name multiple times, and she had a little bit of a voice role. So I would say,
yeah, she did.
My first theatrical Sigourney role that I watched in the cinema was Finding Dory.
And the second thing I was introduced to her for was Ghostbusters.
Yeah, that's how I got introduced to her in live action.
Yeah, I think Ghostbusters. Man, okay, it was either Ghostbusters or Avatar that I got introduced to Sigourney.
Yeah, because before I saw Alien and Aliens, my favorite role of Sigourney was in Ghostbusters. Hey, did you know that Sigourney Weaver actually played Henry Cavill's mother once?
Really? In what? In what, Daniel?
The 2012 film Cold Light of Day.
I've not seen that, but I will definitely watch it because Henry and Sigourney are in it. And I want to spot, and I want to spot Mr. Cavill as much as possible.
Oh yeah, and another movie that I find her to be really funny in is Galaxy Quest.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
That one's awesome. That one's great.
It's
that movie.
You not heard it, Ozzy?
No, I've heard of it.
Well, if you want to know what it's about, Ozzy, it's basically about, you know, like actors who play like, you know, like similar characters to Star Trek and all that, really, and they're basically going like a real adventure. So think of it as like a sci-fi version of Tropic Thunder.
Oh, I can watch it. I have access to it.
Yeah, go for it. And also Ozzy, Alan Rickman's in it as well. Alan Rickman, and also Ozzy, Ozzy. Tim Allen, Buzz Lightyear himself is in it.
And yeah, so far that's my favorite role, Tim Allen in Love Actually, anyways.
That's my second favorite after, of course, the Santa Claus, if you will.
But then again, I haven't seen Santa Claus movies yet, but I will do on Christmas.
I'd recommend only the first. I don't recommend the first two. I hate the third one.
Yeah.
Third one sucks, in my opinion. Third one, I think the third one, and Don, you can probably agree with me. It's literally a knockoff of It's Wonderful Life, isn't it?
Yeah, literally.
Which really breaks my heart because I saw that film last year, guys, at Christmas, and I actually cried watching It's Wonderful Life because it was emotional.
I think you'll be happy to hear one thing.
Go on, Ozzy.
I have no interest of watching Santa Claus 3.
Well, good, Ozzy. I mean, Ozzy, have you seen the other two by any chance, Ozzy?
Yeah, I've seen the first two.
And do you think two ended
both.
Do you think two ended the franchise perfectly, Ozzy?
Yeah, and I remember seeing the trailers for the third movie when I was a little kid, and I remember thinking it was crap.
Oh, it is crap. There's no denying that, in my opinion. I think it's rubbish.
Wait a minute. Ozzy, how old were you in 2006? I was 3 years old. Well, that's weird. Let's see. I must have been 4.5 years old in 2006, and I don't remember the Santa Claus 3 trailers at all. I think they were probably on Disney DVDs, probably. I was 8.
They probably show the trailers on like DVDs for other Disney films, I think, guys. Because sometimes when I see films, they have trailers of other films before the film starts. Usually, it's like a cinema at home, if you will.
Yeah, since I have a huge pile collection of Disney DVDs, like let's say from the 90s or 2000s, I'm always going to get like promotional Disney nostalgia trailers that I probably liked.
You didn't see it, George. You're saying yourself lots of pain. It's rubbish, in my opinion.
I think one piece of Disney nostalgia for me would be like Disney's Fast Play. Which basically you're given the option to watch the trailers or just go to the main menu.
Yeah, thankfully, guys, when I watch films on my laptop, I can thankfully choose, you know, to either watch the trailers or I can press to go to the menu, thankfully. I have a choice.
My laptop, it just goes to the menu immediately. Hey, speaking of Tim Allen, do you guys want to hear a good recommendation from me for Tim Allen movies?
Well, of course. I want to watch loads of Tim Allen, and he's awesome.
So, this movie came out a year before I was born. It's something called Joe Somebody. Tim Allen plays a retail clerk who gets bullied by a bunch of high schoolers, and then basically he trains himself to fight back against those high school bullies in a boxing match.
I'll definitely be sure to watch it to see Tim.
Well, another thing about Santa Claus 3 is that's not the only bad Christmas movie Tim Allen was in.
Oh no, what else was he in, Don?
There was one he did 2 years before, which he worked with Jamie Lee Curtis on.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah, that's unfortunate. And I've thankfully not seen that.
One of the worst Christmas films I've seen.
Yeah,
so
and Don, tell everyone here your score for it. What's your score for it, Don?
I'd say like a 2.5 out of 10.
Wow, it must be really bad, then.
Yeah, like basically, in that one, Alan's character basically gets treated like crap for no reason.
Oh no, I don't want to watch it now because he gets, you know, hurt like that.
Because he wants to skip Christmas for 1 year just because his daughter's away and everybody's all mad at him for it.
What is so wrong with that? What is so wrong with that?
Yeah. I mean, if daughter's not home, why even celebrate if one of your family members isn't even going to be home?
Exactly. Why bother? But yeah, on a more positive note, though, guys, you're probably wondering what I got today, aren't you?
Oh yeah.
Or what did you get?
Yeah. Well, in terms of unboxings, guys, I unboxed a figure I got a couple of weeks ago, of course, which is, of course, Blight from Batman Beyond. Definitely a really cool figure, I might say. Look at this. And what's cool is, guys, you can actually see his skull on his head. You can actually see his skull through the green energy, and it even comes off too, so you can see like his spine underneath too. Yeah, look at that. Huh. Good attention to detail, I might say. Props to McFarlane Toys for that. Yeah. And then, guys, I got a video game today from Kex for PS4. This is actually an exchange to PS4 from Xbox One. And it's part of a big franchise I'm a fan of, which I exchanged to. Blaze knows what I'm talking about because I told him that I got this, but can you guys guess what franchise this is in?
What?
Yeah, take a guess. It's a big franchise I've ranked on my channel, and I exchanged it to PS4 recently.
Is it Assassin's Creed?
It's one of them, yes. And can you guess which one it is? Because so far, I've got Origins and Syndicate on PS4.
Is it the third one?
No, it's not 3, unfortunately. Because this is actually the only one there besides the 2 I'd already got, sadly, for some reason.
Okay, I'm going to speed around them. Ezio Collection, Black Flag, Rogue.
No, it's not any of those, unfortunately.
Yep, and I'm definitely not saying any of the new ones because I do know that you stopped playing Assassin's Creed after Odyssey.
Well, there is one actually in between Rogue and Syndicate that I got, actually. Do you know what that is, Ozzy?
Hold up.
Yeah, it came out after Rogue, this game, and this is actually my favourite outside of the actual trilogy.
Is it Unity?
It is. Assassin's Creed Unity. I absolutely love this game. And if you guys can also guess by, you know, the landmark at the background, this game is set in Paris. And the best thing about this game, in my opinion, is the parkour. The parkour is absolutely sick, in my opinion. Yeah, it's definitely my favourite outside of the Ezio trilogy. Then, guys, today I got 3 movies. And now one of them is a film that came out this year. So,
is it Dungeons and Dragons?
Well done, it is Dungeons and Dragons, Honor Among Thieves.
Love that movie so much.
Definitely a film where the film is better than the trailers for it, I'll say that.
Yeah, because the trailers were trash.
The middle thing was going to be bad, but no, it was actually very funny and a lot of fun.
And yeah, it was a nice little roller coaster ride, if you will.
If you will, yeah. Then, guys, I got a drama film from the 90s, and this film got 9 Oscar nominations, and it won one for Best Supporting Actor and Best Original Screenplay.
Right.
Good Will Hunting?
Oh, well done, Ozzy. It's Good Will Hunting. How'd you guess that?
Because I saw the video of Robin Williams winning his award and Ben Affleck and Matt Damon getting their rewards too.
Yeah. And if you guys have not seen this film, don't worry, guys. It's not your fault. All right? It's not your fault.
Hey, that's a nice reference right there, Luke. I gotcha.
Yeah. I like to make a reference, if you will.
Good thing I have the movie on DVD somewhere.
Well, yeah, be ready for it, Ozzy. It's an amazing film. One of my favourite films of all time, actually, and my favourite warlord, Robin Williams, of all time as well. And I will say that, in my opinion, Sean Maguire is an example of a character who I wish was a real life person as well. Then again, well, I guess Robin was like Sean Maguire in real life, wasn't he? Rest in peace. And then finally, guys, the last thing I got was a very old movie, if you will, released in the 60s.
Well, is it Batman?
No, it's not the Adam West Batman, sadly. I'd love to get that, but and the show to binge watch.
Oh, is it Lawrence of Arabia?
No, unfortunately, this is a Western film, actually.
Oh,
is it part of the dollar movies by Clint Eastwood?
Starring him, yes. The director was Sergio Leone.
Is it The Good and Bad, the Ugly?
It is, yes. Yeah, this is an absolute masterpiece, guys. One of the greatest films of all time. Absolutely. And my favourite role of Clint Eastwood as well. And also as well, my favourite score by Ennio Morricone as well. We know for his iconic track. I know you guys will have probably heard it somewhere, of course. And Ennio is
I like it a lot.
yeah, and Ennio Morricone is my favourite Italian composer of all time as well. Always will be. And Riposa in Pace, Maestro.
I've heard that like over 1 million times.
Well, it says very iconic. So yeah, you have to be living under a rock if you've not heard that song, because it appears in lots of things. So yeah, but yeah. Anyway, guys, if you guys haven't heard any more Morricone's music, you're definitely in for a treat because he does great music. And yeah, and as I said, guys, you know, Riposa in Pace, Maestro. And if you guys, do you guys know what I just said then?
Rest in peace.
Yes, yeah, in Italian. And I know what rest in peace means in Italian because thanks to Assassin's Creed 2, actually, because the main character says a lot in that game. And then, guys, I got a figure for a DC superhero based on how they appeared for the first ever time in a comic book.
All right, who is it?
Superman.
Yeah, it is. It's Superman as he appears in Action Comics issue 1.
Nice.
And it even comes with like a comic shot of a famous scene where he's lifting a green car saving people. Look at that. So yeah, I have a figure of the very first Superman, guys, even with the old symbol.
I found a poster of that a few days ago.
Yeah. I've got a feeling that, you know, the stuff with, you know, George Reeves and all that took inspiration from, you know, the very first time Superman appeared, right?
Hey, are you guys familiar with the 2006 movie where they dove into the tragedy and backstory of George Reeves?
I've heard of it, Daniel. It's called Hollywoodland, isn't it? And Ben Affleck plays him, doesn't he?
Yes, Ben Affleck does play George Reeves, and you
Well,
also have
I'd love to watch it then. I'd love to watch it, absolutely. And speaking of Adrian, Daniel, there is also one I do want to check out, which is The Pianist. I want to see that one because he won the Oscar for that, didn't he? Adrian Brody.
Yeah, he did. At the age of 29, he won the Oscar.
Yeah, the youngest Oscar recipient of all time.
Yeah, look, do you want to know what I give that movie out of 10?
By all means, tell me.
Full blown 10 out of 10.
The Pianist, wow. I mean, do you think Adrian deserves the Oscar, Shadow?
Yeah, because that's my favorite role of this too.
Well, I can imagine. He's a good actor, Adrian Brody, from what I've seen of him in, like King Kong, for example, and Predators.
And yeah, I also think that Thomas Kretschmann was great in the movie.
Oh, he's a great actor, Thomas Kretschmann.
And also, the movie is really dark as well, like up to the point of Schindler's List.
Oh, is it? Well, I love Schindler's List, so I might love this film too, Shadow. And then, guys, I got one final figure, and this is actually for a video game character, guys, appearing first in the main game, then appearing in a spin-off, and he will be appearing in a game later this year. So yeah, it's a video game character, guys, who first appeared in the main game, then he had his own spin-off game, and then he's going to be appearing in a sequel later this
year. Okay. Miles Morales?
Yeah, it's Miles. It's Miles, as he appears in the Insomniac games. Yeah. If you had a figure of Shamik Moore's version from Spider-Verse, I would have got it 100%. But yeah, they had the Insomniac version, so I got it. So it can go with my figure of course, the Insomniac Peter Parker. Can go with it.
Funny, because I was listening to the Across the Spider-Verse soundtrack earlier.
Well, it is a great soundtrack, so I can't blame you, Ozzy. So yeah, I think this week was full of good finds, weren't it?
Many great fun.
Yes. Daniel, just out of curiosity, would you say your favourite score by Ennio Morricone is the Good, Bad and the Ugly soundtrack?
Yeah, that one and John Carpenter's The Thing are tied for my number one.
Yeah, I mean, I can't say I blame him because he's a phenomenal composer, yeah. Riposa in Pace, Maestro.
And we don't ever talk about that one movie score he ever did, because that movie's just awful.
Yeah, of course, and that would unfortunately have to be, of course, The Exorcist 2, one of the worst ones of all time. But it's partly to do with music for that trash. Poor guy. And I will say, though, that him winning the Oscar for Hateful Eight, in my opinion, was a very late Oscar, because I think he deserved lots of Oscars, Ennio Morricone. Lots of them. I personally think he should have won the Oscar for Good, Bad and the Ugly, in my opinion, and for the rest of the Dollars trilogy. So, guys, what were your favourite things that I showed you just then that I got today?
I was gonna
the
I
original
think this-
Superman and Dungeons and Dragons.
Very
Yeah,
nice.
I think that's it.
Very nice.
For me, for the figures, I think this might be a first. I don't think I said this yet, but I'm gonna say both.
Well, that's great, yeah.
And then for the movies, Good Will Hunting.
Very nice. And Don, have you got a favourite thing that I got?
Well, I think my favorite thing was the Superman figure.
Oh, very nice, yeah. I mean, that's, of course, how Superman started, his very first appearance in the comics. Blaze, you're on mute, so what would you say is your favourite thing if you want to say we know on mic chat? As he don't think he's
I
responding.
don't know if he's there.
He's on mute, guys. He just showed like Metal Gear and all that in the chat, so I have no idea if he responded or not.
I don't know. Maybe he didn't hear you.
Maybe he's gone somewhere or something. I have no idea.
I can message him.
Yeah, let him know I've asked him what his favourite thing is that I got this week. But yeah, definitely we've got to Final Fantasy Dungeons and Dragons at last. And I was also relieved that, the DVD store HMV reopened, because last time I went to Manchester, it was, it shut its main branch. I had to go to the other branch in Manchester to get the Mario movie. There's thankfully 2 branches in Manchester, guys. 2 of them. The only downside is that, the small one on the one I went to is small.
He said Unity.
Okay, cool. Did you see where he is, Ozzy?
No, I just asked him
He's back. He's back
what his
now.
favorite thing he got.
And it's Unity, is it, Blaze?
Yeah, I was in the kitchen getting some snacks.
Well, as I showed everyone what I got on, would you say your favourite thing is Unity?
Oh yeah.
And Blaze, what would you say was your favourite figure that I got this week, between the original Superman and Miles?
I think Blight, actually.
Okay, so that's your favourite thing. How about what I got this week, Blaze, what I bought? Because Blight was, weeks ago?
Oh. Then yeah, Superman. I like Superman a lot.
Yeah, that's cool.
And now playing some Tekken.
Very nice.
Oh, look at this cool thing I'm going to do, ready? Wait. There you go.
Well done, Blaze. Yeah, I don't think I'll be able to do any of that on
The Shine
Tekken.
Wizard. Speaking of fighting games, I finished the story mode of MKXO yesterday.
Yeah, I saw you. You said it, Ozzy. That will always be my favourite NetherRealm made game of all time.
Yeah, it's my favorite Mortal Kombat game of all time now.
Yeah, my favourite Met franchise too, and my favourite overall, made by NetherRealm Studios. It's a shame that since then they've not really done me much gaming territory, because I'm not much of a fan of MK11. And I do have
It's
my
going to be a while from now
and I do
when
have
I played the story mode.
and I do have my concerns about MK1 as well. I have my concerns about it. So yeah, it's pretty concerning, really, what's happening with it, all the gameplay and all that.
But it's going to be a while.
Yeah,
And well, maybe not the long in case I get it on Switch, but that's probably not going to be a good idea. So I'm probably just going to do PC or PS5 if I get a PS5.
Yeah,
Or do laptop.
I don't really play, you know, like console games on the Switch anyway, because sometimes the ports can be messed up.
Yeah, but like when I showed MK11,
Yeah,
A few several months ago.
sucked. Yeah, that port sucked.
especially what they did to Rambo's design in that game.
Yeah, that was hideous. He was in a worse state than he was when he was hiding through all the you know, the jungle. Poor Rambo.
Yeah, because literally MK11 on the Switch looks like a PS3 game, and not in a good way.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate that. And when it comes to, you know, Switch Lego games, Ozzy, did you ever play with Lego High Power Collection on the Switch?
Oh yeah, for sure.
And does that look like the PS3 version?
No,
Well, that's good.
it has updated graphics.
Well, that's good.
But then I'm just like,
At least that's better than MK11 is.
then that begs another question: how is a remastered of a 2010 to 2011 game better than this?
Yeah, and MK11 was 2019, and the ultimate version was released a year after.
And you want to know the biggest one that's guilty? Defective Edition.
Oh yeah, of course. And that's on the Switch, isn't it, Ozzy?
Yeah, how is a Lego game that's from 2010 to 2011 that gets one of the best remasters of all time, but not these games?
I guess it's because Lego games hold up well, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Speaking of which, I really think,
especially as well, Lego games, of course, but the character designs, of course, hold up well too, don't they?
yeah, and I was gonna say, I really think more Lego games should be ported on the Switch, like Complete Saga or Indiana Jones.
They're not on there
Or
yet,
Lego
are they, for some
Batman.
reason, are they?
Yeah, I really feel like they should be ported on the Switch because, like, you know, if you can get like a Harry Potter on the Switch and Lego Marvel Superheroes, then you could probably get the others on here.
Yeah, that's because it got remastered, isn't it? You know, for their collections, isn't it?
Yeah, and also, please put Lego Pirates of the Caribbean on the Switch.
Oh, please, yeah, please.
That one really deserves it.
Or maybe even remaster it for PS4, that'd be cool.
Oh yeah, just remastered in general.
Or you know what, they could probably make, you know, a new version of it where, you know, they have updated graphics and, you know, bigger gameplay, a bigger open world. Imagine that.
True, but there is kind of a problem if they do that.
Yeah, they'll include the 2 cash grabs, won't they?
Well, they already did include Stranger Times in the first one.
Yeah, and they'll do it.
They'll
do it again. So only this time they'll include the absolute worst one with it.
Yep, which I hate nowadays.
Yep, it's one of the worst sequels of all time. The 5th movie. I hate that movie. I feel so bad for Johnny Depp having to play an unlikable version of Jack in that movie.
Yeah, I mean, and also he's a coward too.
That's why he's unlikable.
Let's see, all he does in the fifth Pirates movie is that he runs away.
Yeah,
he just runs away.
Absolute coward.
And he doesn't even fight Salazar until like the very end.
Yeah, one absolute joke.
Compare his
Pirates is 5 Salazar and Davy Jones.
Wait, Blaze. Ozzy was talking just then.
One at a time.
Come on. Yeah, don't insult people when we're talking, guys. Okay, it's very rude.
Continue, Ozzy. I was just gonna say, compare Jack's fight to Davy Jones and Salazar's. Because Jack didn't run away from Davy Jones, even when his sword broke.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
And that fight was epic in the World's End.
Now I can say something?
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Only time he ran away from Jones was just Deadman's chest, but by our World's End, he no longer showed fear of Jones anymore. So
that's what you call character development. And Blaze, you were saying?
And Blaze muted.
Okay.
Wait, what?
Blaze, what were you saying? What were you saying before?
Oh yeah, that for some reason, the fifth movie is called Salazar's Revenge, which is weird.
Blaze, it's got different titles in several countries for some reason. I don't know why.
It's called Salazar's Revenge.
Yeah, like that's also one of the stupidest titles ever, because people are gonna be like, "Who the hell is Salazar?"
Exactly.
Is he like a new Pirates villain or something?
Exactly.
That'd be like if you titled the fifth Indiana Jones movie "Bowler's Revenge."
Yeah. I mean, take a look at some films which have revenge in the title, guys. Like, for example, of course, Revenge of the Sith. That title makes much better sense.
And Revenge of the Fallen.
Yeah, because Revenge of the Sith, we know who these people are. Same.
Exactly. And Revenge of the Sith was absolutely phenomenal.
But I guess
what else is Revenge?
I guess with Revenge of the Fallen, I guess someone kind of did the same mistake as Pirates 5. Because I mean, we don't actually know who the Fallen is until the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, Megatronus Prime he is. Yeah, I just looked it up. He's got Megatronus Prime Fallen.
Okay, another example. Freddy's Revenge. Even though that movie really is not that good, at least we know who Freddy is.
Yeah, of course, he's one of the greatest horror characters of all time.
What else has Revenge in the title?
Wasn't there a Halloween film called Revenge of Michael Myers?
Yeah.
No, I think that was 5.
Yeah, 5. And I hate 5 anyway, so yeah, exactly. And of course, Michael, unfortunately, of course, wants revenge, but in my opinion, it's executed horribly, because that film, in my opinion, absolutely sucks.
And also, the question I have is, what revenge?
Exactly, it's not done well.
Then again, I refuse to watch the rest of the Halloween movies that came out after the original Halloween 2.
You probably might think, Ozzy, because it just gets really confusing after Halloween 2 in terms of what timeline to follow, really. It doesn't make any sense.
Especially Resurrections.
Yeah, please don't see Resurrection. That's one of the worst sequels ever made, in my opinion. Horrible.
Yep, because you want to know what really killed my interest? Laurie Strode's death.
Yeah, she gets the alien pre-cliche, which was terrible for that character.
Especially after Michael got brought back in one of the most insulting ways possible.
It made no sense.
Even the way Michael was defeated in the movie was so pathetic. And how I know about this? Because I saw Shaw Chandler's Halloween ranking. And guess what? He hates it too. He doesn't like Resurrections either. No one does.
I mean, who could possibly like that trash? Who could, seriously? I mean, what is good about that film, seriously?
I mean, I'm sure that if I go on IMDb, I'm gonna find some 10 out of 10 reviews.
If we,
I want to look it up right now.
If we is, I'm gonna be shocked.
Probably the same thing with Rotten Tomatoes if the score is not 0.
I mean, Rotten Tomatoes tend to have different scores to what fans think of, don't they? Usually.
Let me see the score.
Holy crap, guys! There are like 57 10 out of 10 reviews here.
Wow.
57 of them.
Okay, Halloween Resurrections has 10% on Rotten Tomatoes.
And have you guys also noticed that several films with the title Resurrection tend to be terrible?
Yeah, because I remember I brought that up last year, and that's why I called it the Resurrections Curse.
I mean, one, of course, example we just talked about is Halloween Resurrection, or as I would call it, Halloween Asurrection.
Yeah, then we have 2 years ago from Matrix.
Well, I call it Pissurrections, Craptrix Pissurrections, if you will.
I call it Matrix Neo eats a strawberry.
Then I guess the movie that title that has it's probably just fine. I guess I would say Alien.
I'm not a fan of Alien Resurrection, to be honest.
I mean, I think that movie's okay.
Nah, I hate 3 and 4.
Wasn't Ron Perlman one of the only few good things about Alien Resurrections?
In my opinion, he is the only good thing about it. Everything else, no.
Well, it's a good thing I don't want to watch any more Alien movies.
You're doing the right thing. Alien 3 is probably the most insulting one of the Alien franchise. The standalone films, that is.
And also boring.
Yeah, and especially now I know who Newt is. That's messed up that a kid literally dies at the beginning of the next one.
Mm-hmm. It is very messed up.
Well, not just Newt, just the others as well.
I mean, Ozzy, did you like Hicks in Aliens? Michael Bihn's character Hicks.
Yeah, I thought he was a cool character.
Well, he gets killed as well in that crash scene.
Yeah, he
well.
dies.
Yeah, no, Newt, Hicks, and Bishop.
Yep. Yeah, unfortunately, of course, yeah, Hicks doesn't make it, neither does Newt, which really sucks.
Yep, because you want to know how I saw it was horribly executed? I watched Dead Meat's kill count on it, and the clips he showed was enough for me to stay away from it. And yeah, and I saw Nostalgia Critic's review on it, and guess what? He hated it.
Well, I can't say I blame Doug.
And you know,
Yeah,
out of all the characters in Alien 3, I think I would say that the Xenomorph is the only likable character.
You know the film was wrong when the villains were likable character, don't you?
Or basically, you're rooting for the villain to win.
It's just like Avatar, where the only likable character, in my opinion, was Colonel Quaritch.
And what else did I see from Alien? Oh, I think Doug actually did explain in that Alien 3 review that he explains like places where the Alien 3 works, but some where it doesn't work. So obviously, Alien 3 is the biggest example where it doesn't work.
I mean, I think it could work if we do it to a character who's unlikable, I guess.
Yeah, because apparently he explained like there's loads of horror movies that do the Alien 3 and their sequels because they're known as thrown away characters. Like, you get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're meant for one movie and then they're not supposed to come back in the rest. Like, for example, Friday the 13th.
Yeah, exactly. And I see that while you were talking, Ozzy, Alexander joined us.
Yeah, I just noticed.
So yeah, greetings, Alexander.
Yes, hello.
Nice to see you here, Alexander. How's your week been?
My week has been very exhausting. A lot of work at my university. A lot of work.
I can relate to you. Work can be very exhausting.
I mean, literally yesterday I was in there for 12 hours, just non-stop work. 12 hours.
Oh dear. Well, I can imagine you're very tired.
Yes, I'm very tired. Yes, it's true. But I also have tested out a lot of the things, remember, that I sent you yesterday, and I think they've turned out very good, so I'm happy about that.
Very nice. And speaking of things you test out, Alexander, I listened to your General Grievous voice did, and I think it's really scary how it sounds, so realistic.
I agree. It scared me as well.
And I actually thought it was you at first doing my voice, because you can sound so close with all the effects that you use.
Well, that's pretty amazing that I got so close then. But no, it's my voice, but it's not any modulation. It's through an AI filter to make it convert it to Matthew Wood, pretty much.
And Alexander, you can also confirm to those who didn't see my reaction, but when I reacted to your Dooku trial video, that I had no idea it was you doing Grievous, did I? Until I saw the credits, did I?
You had no idea whatsoever. That's true.
Yeah, and I honestly think this is not a job. I think you should be a successor to Matthew Wood. If he ever starts playing General Grievous.
Well, I certainly wouldn't mind doing it. I certainly wouldn't.
Yeah, just good luck with Disney.
Yeah.
Did you, Rio? Well, congrats to you. How was it in terms of experience? Was it easy to do platinum like Lego Star Wars? If you talk about Lego Star Saga, right? I think you mentioned it last week, didn't you? You were gonna plan a Lego Star Saga, right? So how was it? Was it easy? Was it hard? It was grindy. Well, not surprised because it's a massive game. Probably the biggest TT games Lego game I've ever seen them do. Really, all those planets and all that.
Well, I just hopped in to say hello. I'll be hopping in again later, but for now, I'm heading out.
Oh, no worries, Alexander. You must be really tired. It's absolutely fine, yeah. It's good to see you.
Yes. Yeah, no problem. Good to see you again, Alexander. Bye-bye. Yep, always. Bye.
75 hours, Rio. Wow, that's definitely a lot of dedication you put into a game. Nice one. One day I'll try and platinum that game too, but the only thing that I'm worried about is the challenges in the levels. That's what I find annoying about Lego Skywalker Saga is the carbohydrate challenges. 3 of them in a level, isn't there?
I mean, I don't even want to platinum the Star Scout because there's no point.
Because all you get is is a stud fountain, don't you? In Heaven 4, isn't it?
Yeah, which I kind of think is a very insulting way of finishing the game.
I mean, personally, guys,
all that effort,
all that effort just for studs when you've already got a lot thanks to the extra bricks.
So it made me waste all that time just to get stuff that I don't need. Okay.
At least you get trophies, which they can't take away from you. Because once you get those trophies, they're yours. No one can take them from you.
I think Skywalker Saga is one of the few Lego games I'm fine with not 100%ing.
I mean, Ozzy, I know you don't want to play the sequel Trash Audio levels, do you?
Nope.
Well,
I unfortunately played through Force Awakens on the PlayStation 4, and I don't want to do the rest.
Yeah, you're doing the right thing.
Yeah, especially after you heard about what you're doing in Last Jedi.
Yeah, because unfortunately, Ozzy, you'd have to fight Luke, unfortunately.
So then let me ask you this. So then let me ask you this. Why would I want to play through the worst Star Wars movie of all time?
Exactly. There's no reason why you should.
Yeah, exactly. If I hate this movie so much, why do I want to play it again?
There's no point at all.
I mean, on the bright side, I thought it was slightly better than the movie because I get to kill Rose a lot.
Yeah, I mean, TC games, they add lots of funny things into the bad things, don't they? At least, I mean, I can vouch for this with Lego Jurassic World when we do Jurassic Park 3's levels, because they do have lots of funny moments in them.
Yeah, they like the first level in Last Jedi.
I mean, the space battles in Lego Star Wars games always have been a lot of fun, really.
Of course, it's not denying that.
Yeah, even Lego Star Wars Force Awakens had good space battles.
Yeah, it did, and that's not really saying much.
Like Escape from the Finalizer is my personal favorite.
Yeah, it was good, that.
And speaking of Force Awakens, I decided to try to platinum that game. I'm just gonna do it because screw it.
On PS4, was he?
Yeah, because I now have it.
Well, good luck to you. It's just there's thankfully no missable trophies. Ozzy, you just play through a story at your own pace, and then get the gold bricks, to do the bonus levels and all that.
Yeah, so technically this is gonna be my third playthrough because I played it on Wii U, played it on Xbox One, and now PS4.
Yeah, I've played it on Xbox One too. Yeah, that's how I first played it, and now I've got on PS4, and I am actually playing it on PS Vita as well. So yeah. But it does have differences on the Vita version compared to a console version. Like, for example, Ozzy, when you play the Vita version, you have to press circle to fire weapons, not square for some reason.
Yeah, I noticed. It's like with the 3DS version, because portable version to be specific.
Yeah, I wonder why they changed that, what button to press.
Yeah, because that game is also available on, iPhones as well.
Yeah, I think it was, like, Androids and all that, yeah. Because I saw some playthroughs of it on YouTube for, like, the Android version.
Yeah, but I'm not really interested in getting it because, well, trophies are better than achievements, to be honest.
Yeah, they are. I prefer trophies by a mile.
And because I don't feel like paying for the game again.
Yeah, exactly. So when it comes to Lego games, I'm playing with old guys. When I've finished playing Lego Indiana Jones 1, I'll then play Lego Batman 1 again.
A really great Lego game as well.
Yeah, it's definitely great. I can definitely say that.
Yeah, one of the greatest.
Also released the same year, 2008.
Definitely a very revolutionary game because it helped kick off, the Lego games having superheroes in them.
Yeah, another thing I love about that Lego game is how it uses my favorite designs of the Lego Batman characters.
Yeah, it's really cool. We took inspiration from more part of the animated series, which I really appreciated.
Yeah, because I'm gonna be real with you guys. My favorite era of Lego DC is the 2006 era, which is Batman.
Yeah. I also think the sequel to Lego Batman 2, I think, is also revolutionary because that introduced the concept of characters flying, of course, with Superman.
Very much.
And if you guys wonder what my favorite thing about that game is, it's probably that when you fly someone, you can actually hear John Williams' theme playing when you're flying around Gotham as Superman. Which I think is amazing. And yeah, that theme never gets old. And as I said before, guys, in my opinion, John Williams is the greatest composer ever. And in my opinion, not once has he ever done a bad soundtrack, in my opinion.
Never. And he never will.
Yeah, never will. And I'm actually glad he also said he doesn't want to retire yet as well. So I hope we get to hear more great songs from him soon.
I think one good guess is probably for more Spielberg movies.
I guess so, because they're really close friends and he's composed for nearly all of his films, pretty much. So, yeah.
And there's been, and I don't know if the rumors are still going on for that Zelda movie, but some people actually want him to do the music for Zelda.
I mean, he does do good adventure-themed songs, so maybe it could work for Zelda.
And I told Ozzy this, but if they can't get John Williams, then I would recommend Donald Pemberton.
Good choice.
Oh, yeah, I've heard his music. It's pretty good.
Mainly because of the Dark Crystal. That's why I want him to.
Oh, he does have a Dark Crystal. That's cool.
Yeah, he does for Netflix show.
Very nice.
Yeah, I think another good option would be the composer for Game of Thrones.
Yeah, Ramin Djawadi. In my opinion, he's underrated composer, Ramin Djawadi. Underrated.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't even started the show yet, but I might as well say Game of Thrones is my second favorite score of us after Iron Man.
I mean, when you hear the whole show, Ozzy, you'll definitely be in for a treat because his scores in the show are absolutely incredible. And I will say that even though I think the final season of Game of Thrones is trash, I think his score for that show is one of the very few good things about it for a final season.
I mean, it's the only thing good.
Yeah. Pretty much, yeah.
And I always listen to the soundtrack too, even though I hate the season.
Yeah. I think one highlight, in my opinion, guys, was probably the theme for the villain, the Night's King, in episode 3. That was definitely a very good theme for the Night's King he composed.
Well, it's definitely better than his death scene.
Most definitely. They really butchered the Night's King in the final season. He only appeared in about one episode too and got absolutely wasted. And you know what's sad, Shadow?
What's so sad?
It's so sad how the Night King's theme, his theme song, is longer than his screen time in final season.
That is super sad.
Very sad.
Oh, yeah, another thing about John Williams is that I do want to watch the rest of the movie that he composed for called Far and Away with Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman.
Not seen that yet.
I heard Ron Howard directed it.
Okay, cool.
What movie?
Far and Away.
Far and Away.
Huh.
Because I know the music, The Great Land Race, because that music was used in the Treasure Planet trailer.
Yeah, Treasure Planet, of course, is an underrated gem.
Yeah, it's my most underrated movie of all time. And when I keep listening to the trailer music, I'm just like, why is that music so good? And then I found out that John Williams composed it. I'm just like, wow, that's why it's so good.
Yeah.
Like, I can show you the trailer in the after party if you want.
By all means. And, oh yeah, guys, next week as well, Blaze can confirm this. We're hoping to interview the voice actor Bob Carter next week, actually, which is very exciting. And Blaze, you can confirm this, can't you? If you can hear us.
Well, that is definitely very exciting.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Blaze?
Oh, I think Blaze told me that. I can confirm that.
And Blaze, are you excited? I take it.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah,
I remember Blaze told me that once. think it was a few streams ago, like before the stream started, basically.
Yeah, and I'm definitely very excited for the opportunity.
Look, he voiced Barak and Shao Kahn and
Baraka,
MK9.
yeah, Baraka.
Baraka meant.
Yeah, he voiced him and Shao Kahn in MK9, yeah. And if you guys have ever played Multiversus, he's Black Adam in that game.
Oh, nice. Also, really cool how Blaze can get voice actors for us to interview.
Yeah, we gotta thank Blaze for this, guys. Without him, we wouldn't get his voice actors on. And it's always a very exciting time, isn't it, when we get our guests on? Very exciting. So
yeah, that'd be cool if we could get, I don't know, maybe Tom Kenny.
That'd be cool. Tom Kenny on the stream. That'd be awesome. I mean, Blaze, is it possible for you to invite Tom Kenny onto a stream one day?
And no, I haven't tried yet.
Is he on Twitter, Blaze?
Unfortunately, no, but I got Roger Bontas.
Oh, that's cool. Could probably get him on, can't we?
I've met him.
Oh, well, I guess you can read.
I'm just still waiting for him. Still waiting for him to reply, though. But yeah.
Wait, Blaze, have you already contacted him?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Squidward.
So it looks like you want to have a reunion, Ozzy, from the look of things.
Yeah, because I haven't seen him in 5 years.
Wonder if you'll remember who you are.
I highly doubt it, to be honest, but it'll be nice to hear from him again.
Yeah, it would be amazing. Yeah. Obviously, guys, when it comes to my dream of wanting to interview a voice actor of all, my biggest dream is interview Peter Cullen.
Of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be super hard.
It will be, yeah, because I don't think he's using any social media, does he, guys?
I think I did see his Twitter page, but I don't think he uses it anymore.
And that's totally fine. I can probably guess he's really busy.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure Peter Cullen is probably going to need help to figure out how to get Discord to work.
Yeah, of course, totally fine.
Because I think another voice actor that'll be nice to interview, but I don't think we can because of the schedule. Would be Steve Blum.
Yeah, Steve Blum is really busy. We tried to invite him on, but he said he's got loads of things on way too many things on his calendar, unfortunately. And you know that's absolutely fine. He must be extremely busy. But I am however grateful when voice actors do agree to take part, though. I'm really grateful for the opportunity.
Same.
And yeah, long may we get many more on. And so, yeah, it's always an absolute pleasure to have our guests on. And it's hard for me to pick a favourite guest, to be honest, because we've all been amazing to talk to. This could be a circumstance where I don't do favourites when it comes to our guests. It's hard to choose, really. So what? Cause, you know, it's just being fair, really. You know. But yeah, I am always grateful when we get people on to talk to. And they've been so nice to talk to. They're really nice people, and it's been a lot of fun so far. And yeah,
I really hope we can get Clancy around.
Oh, that would be awesome. Especially because, especially because he's not just a voice actor. He's been in lots of live action things that I'm a fan of.
Yeah, he's actually in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles show as well.
Is he? That's cool.
Yeah, the 2012 version. Yeah, Chris Bradford, he plays.
Very nice.
Basically, Chris Bradford's one of the main villains of the 2012 show.
Awesome. When it comes to Clancy, guys, my favorite all of all time will always be Lex Luthor in DC.
Always.
Yeah. Live action wise, it would have to be his Wall of Shawshank Redemption.
For me, Mr. Krabs. You know what? I might as well say this. I haven't confirmed it yet, but SpongeBob's my favorite show of all time.
Well, I mean, I can see why, because it does have a very nice fan base, and that's why I can guess it's loved by lots of people.
Yeah, and because I know so much of the SpongeBob lore.
Yeah, I can imagine, because you seem to be very well experienced with knowledge of it, Ozzy.
Yeah, because whenever I replay let's say Battle for Bikini Bottom with a friend, that's where I get way too, I guess, SpongeBob nerdy-ish, I guess, because of how many references I've noticed.
Well, I can relate to you because I've talked about the lore of many franchises when I play things with my friends. I mean, when me and my friend from school, Declan, we talked about Walking Dead a lot because we were both fans of that. But yeah, to be honest, guys, I don't really care Walking Dead anymore. Anyway, I stopped watching that years ago.
Me too. I just lost interest.
Yeah, I just think it went downhill in its last seasons, really, to be honest. And I just don't care for it anymore.
And look, I surprisingly also lost interest before I even got to Negan.
Wait, you lost interest before you met Negan?
Yeah.
Well, I can understand why, because there's some things that I thought a bit questionable in the scenes leading up to him, I will say.
Yeah, and it got very boring too.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah. Sometimes I feel sometimes Shadow. I don't know if it's me, but I feel that some episodes, in my opinion, didn't really feel much zombies to begin with.
Yeah, and also I think after the whole Terminus thing, it all, I think it died.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, I kind of feel that in my opinion they rushed the Terminus arc. In my opinion, I think they just set it up at series 4, but then we just got rid of it in series 5, just like that. In the first episode, we destroyed it.
I haven't even really officially started watching Walking Dead yet. I mean, again, I've already seen some episodes, but that was when I was way younger.
I mean, guys, I had to watch it when I was 10.
Holy crap!
Yeah,
I was 11.
And I can confirm, guys, that my favorite season of a show will always be the first one.
Oh yeah, that is by far the best season ever.
Mainly because of Jon Bernthal, in my opinion. I just think he's absolutely amazing as Shane in the season.
Except the funny thing is, well, I wouldn't say funny, but kind of embarrassing, is that I was forced to stop watching Walking Dead.
Really? What forced you, Ozzy?
Let's see. Probably because, again, I said I was 11 years old and I wasn't allowed to watch Walking Dead at that age.
Fair enough.
I started watching a new show.
What show is that, Blaze?
Generator Rex.
Oh, and is it good?
Man, I remember that show.
Is it good, Blaze? Is it good?
One of my friends. Yeah, it's one of my friends was really good. I'm a fan of that.
Oh, you should love that show when I was a kid.
If I remember correctly, Shadow, if you remember, isn't Rex Ben 10's cousin?
Not that
Ben 10 spinoff.
Not that I remember. I don't think I saw it. I don't think I saw a spinoff. Or I think I saw.
Or it just takes place in the same universe as Ben 10. Because again, when I was growing up, I had a friend that was a huge diehard Ben 10 fan.
Ben 10 is probably a franchise I might get into one day, guys, because like I said, I want to watch old things and not new things. When I say Ben 10, I'm talking about the original series, not what we're doing nowadays, because what the hell have we done to it these days?
It looks weird.
Yeah, really weird.
Also, there used to be Lego Ben 10s.
And I will admit as well, guys, that you know, the reason why, you know, I sometimes nowadays don't do favourites, you know, I didn't really think much of it at first until, of course, we spoke to Mike Pollock. Because personally, I think, you know, with what he said, you know, I can understand why he doesn't do favourites. And yeah, to be honest, for some instances, I don't do favourites either.
Yeah, same with me. Like, for example, Lord of the Rings characters.
Yeah, I can see why, because they're all amazing characters. And also, guys, if you guys wondering what my favourite season of my favourite show is about an animated series, I'm not going because I love the entire thing. Now, guys, there's something very weird about R2-D2 in Lego Force Awakens on the portable version. For some reason, he's got his Clone Wars design when you play as him.
Yeah, that's weird.
I'm not playing Lego Clone Wars, I'm playing Lego Force Awakens, and even his character icon's got the movie version of him, so why do they have a Clone Wars version?
Okay, that is strange.
Very strange. Speaking of Lego Clone Wars, why have they not made that backwards compatible on, you know, on the Vita version of it?
What? Wait, what? It's on there.
Well, it's not for me, for some reason. I can't play it, I don't know why, which really breaks my heart. And you know what, guys? I sense favoritism when it comes to the versions of games available on, you know, the Vita and all that. I sense favoritism.
Probably stupid region locks, probably.
It could be, yeah, which I think it's dumb because, like, that game is awesome on, you know, what I played on, you know, DS and all that.
I still have it on DS somewhere. I never finished it.
And if you guys wondering who I'm playing as on Vita version right now, I always play as my first Star Wars character of all time on this. And I bet you guys don't need to guess who it is, do you?
It's Vader.
Of course it is, yeah. Hey Liv, nice to see you here.
Welcome.
Well, for pretty much any Lego Star Wars game I've played, I always have, like, Vader as my default.
Yeah. And Ozzy, you know when it comes to Lego Complete Saga, is there a way to like select any character you want to play as? Because you can't open the whole grid, can you, when you're in free play in the cantina, can you?
Nope, you can't.
Yeah, that sucks. I wish you could do that.
Well, it's an old Lego game, so that kind of makes sense.
This probably did all that stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, because if you want to play as a certain character in the cantina, you have to find them.
Yeah, or sometimes they show them at random, and we don't show all of them, do, which is disappointing. It's only a fair few. I guess we could what you could do is you could do free play level and then you know return to a canteen immediately after starting it, but it's still a waste of time, really.
Yeah, like, I think the character that rarely shows up in the cantina is Indiana Jones.
Yeah, that sucks.
And sometimes he's a blink and a miss.
Yeah, he is, which is a shame. What's also weird is, for some reason, guys, even though his character icon shows him with his beard, in the game, he's not got a beard for some reason in Lego Complete Saga.
It's pretty much just Han Solo dressed up as Indiana Jones.
I mean, it is the same actor, so yeah, exactly.
Plus, I heard originally, I do not know why this got cut, but there was actually supposed to be another bonus level where you played through Indiana Jones.
Oh, wow.
Like a level to tease for the upcoming game a year after.
That's cool. Now, Jones, are you aware there's like hidden Star Wars characters in the game who you can unlock Han Solo with?
Oh yeah, I've done them multiple times already.
Nice one. I will say though, guys, while it is really cool that Han Solo is like when Indiana Jones 1 as a playable character, I don't like how his face is glitched for some reason.
Oh, I actually gotta go now, guys, but...
Oh, no worries, Don. Thanks for stopping by. It's been nice talking to you.
Yeah, nice talking to you too.
Yeah, hope you have an amazing week.
Yeah.
Yeah, take care, Don.
Take care.
Yeah.
So yeah, guys, I didn't like that how for some reason his face is bugged. I don't know why they did that. You know what I'm thinking, guys? Maybe it wasn't completed. You know the designing of a character for a game.
Maybe it was rushed.
But like, I don't understand because it's supposed isn't he supposed to be exactly the same as he was, you know, in Lego Complete Saga just carried over to another game.
Yeah, with only minor differences.
I mean, all he does is go make the same sound effect.
Yeah, his gun makes the sound effect. The only minor difference is the death sound.
Oh, right, yeah. Because doesn't have the same death sound as Indy in this game.
Yeah, all the male characters minus the small characters have the same death sound.
I mean, I will say,
male characters to be specific.
I mean, I will say that in my opinion, the death sound in Lego Complete Saga are in my opinion iconic and in my opinion meme worthy.
Yep, especially Yoda.
Yeah. Take care, Joseph.
Yeah, hashtag justice for Yoda death sound.
Yeah, some of these guys have cut out Lego Saga for some reason.
Ooh. Yeah, you bring back the grunts, but you don't bring back that.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Although we'll say that the grunts, in my opinion, in that game were underwhelming, in my opinion.
Yeah, the grunts are honestly really not that good in that game, if you ask me.
Yeah, I never used them.
I just use the characters talking, to be honest. I'm more used to that nowadays.
I only used the grunts once, and that was it.
And were we not good, Ozzy?
Nope. But at least I didn't have to listen to any Force Awakens characters.
Yeah, that's one good thing. And at least, thankfully, in this game, they really didn't return us away, either, thankfully.
If she loves to, I love so much. Yeah,
she didn't come back for this game.
She doesn't come back for some reason.
Yes, and if you're wondering who the replacement is, it's someone called Helen Sadler, who has done the voice for Rey for several other things before this game. And the same also applies to Poe's voice because he's voiced by someone else. I have no idea who it is. It's definitely not Oscar Isaac, that's for sure. As for Finn,
doesn't he hate the character?
Yeah, he does. He wishes. I mean, Ozzy, he said in an interview for Rise of Skywalker that he wishes he got character killed permanently in Force Awakens now.
Yeah, because I think I remember you said that at one point.
Yeah, he did. He said it in an interview, and yeah, I think I mentioned it to you. And Finn is voiced by R.F.S. Kinchen in this game, and if you guys have seen that little miniseries called Lego Star Wars Resistance Rising, he voiced him in that too. R.F.S. Kinchen.
Oh, that Star Wars Resistance show. No, I did not like that show.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of it, to be honest. I did like I did like the characters that came back to the Prize of Wars, like, you know, Billy D. Williams and Lando and Anthony Daniels as 3PO and all that.
Yeah, there was one statement I remember I made about that show, which I thought was the only good thing that has aged horrendously.
What was that, Ozzy?
The appearance of Kylo Ren.
Yeah, I guess so.
That I said has aged horrendously. I was just like, he was the only good thing about that show. Well, looking back at it, no.
Nowadays, for me, my favorite thing about that show is just 3PO and Lando because they're voiced by, you know, Anthony Daniels and Billy D. Williams coming back.
I mean, other than that, show was horrible. Even for a Lego series.
Yeah, for a Lego series too, which is very sad. And no, guys, I did not see that, you know, animated series called Star Wars Resistance either. I didn't see that. Wasn't interested in the slightest.
Yeah, that was the other thing too.
Yeah, I never saw it, guys. Probably never will.
That's another bad Star Wars animated show. That was horrendous.
I mean, the animation, in my opinion, looks so lackluster compared to a Clone Wars Rebels' animation, and it threw me off.
But then this begs the question: why couldn't they just use the same animation?
Because they're stupid. That's why. Like, can you believe they went from animation from 2008 to that? Seriously. Ridiculous.
But I will say this, at least that show's better than whatever that Young Jedi show is happening nowadays.
Yeah, I'm not watching that. That could probably seems the worst Star Wars show of all time, animation-wise.
Yeah, that Young Star Wars show, Young Jedi Star Wars show, literally just reminds me of Modern Thomas.
Yeah.
Because why is Modern Thomas Studi, and why are they all voiced by kids, minus Gordon?
Doesn't make any sense. I think Neil Kroner's Gordon in the American dub is probably the only thing about it, Ozzy, to be honest.
Yeah, that's the only thing I liked about that show. Anything else, no. Especially how they massacred Diesel.
I mean, what do we do to Diesel, Ozzy?
So remember how in the original series and hell, even in the 3D series, they were just rivals?
Yeah, of course.
And this one, they're not.
What?
They're pretty much what happened to Megatron and Earthspark.
Oh, for God's sake.
And not only that, Diesel's voiced by a kid.
Well, that really sucks. I mean, are the engines, apart from Gordon, all voiced by kids, Ozzy?
Pretty much, including Percy.
Ridiculous. So you
I'm
guys,
just like, why?
yeah, it doesn't make any sense. Also, guys, when it comes to a 3DS version of Lego Force Awakens, it's really stupid how you get to play as 3PO and R2, but you got to buy them in free. You got to buy 3PO and R2. Can you believe that?
How much did it cost?
50,000, I think. Both of them were 50,000 for some reason.
What?
I wish I was kidding.
Can I just point something out?
By all means.
Portable Lego games have always been guilty of that. You play as the character in the story, but you have to buy them in the hub world.
Yeah, I can vouch for that.
Literally, the biggest example is Lego Batman on the DS.
Yeah.
You play as the Riddler and Joker, but you have to buy them in the store.
Yeah, I can vouch for that as well with Lego Batman 2, Ozzy, because you can play as Wonder Woman and in the a final level against Lex Luthor in Lego Batman 2. You have to buy her afterwards.
Yeah, because I don't. Yeah, same thing with the rest of the Justice League. Why?
Yeah, thankfully Superman is always playable though.
Yeah, but sadly, also Lego Pirates of the Caribbean Portable is guilty of that too.
Oh no, that sucks.
Yep, because I know you haven't played that game yet, but I'll give you an example. And at World's End, you start off with playing as Barbossa, but you have to buy him.
How much is he on the portable version? Is he a lot?
I think he was like 100,000 or 200,000.
Oh dear.
But here's what doesn't make sense. That version of Barbossa, you have to buy him. But the Privateer Barbossa, no, you just unlock him right on the spot.
That doesn't make any sense. Why make a variation of him free, but the default Barbossa not, free?
It literally makes no sense. Like, the Varys for Jack makes sense. But for Barbossa, no.
Yeah, that's just really strange. Yeah, Thomas, in my opinion, always will be a classic series. Always will be.
Yeah, I always will rewatch Classic Thomas.
Yeah, screw up whatever the hell came after it.
And I will stick to the wooden railroads as well, which are the toys I grew up with.
Oh yeah, I loved when I was a little kid. Yeah, I remember those memories.
I really wish I could get them back, but they don't make the ones I like anymore.
Yeah, for some reason nowadays, if you have those CGI faces on them, and they're doing them based, of course, on this old kid version now for some reason.
I found it at my store a few days ago. I'm just like, look how they massacred my boy.
Yeah.
Look how they massacred my boy.
Yeah, that's a popular meme nowadays, isn't it? Now, thanks to Vito Corleone.
I guess you could say that aged well.
It did, yeah. I mean, the Godfather is
phenomenal.
I mean, the Godfather trilogy, in my opinion, is absolutely timeless.
And that's still a trilogy I need to watch.
Please do. You're in for a treat. Just keep in mind they are long films, so you need plenty of free time to see them.
Yeah, they're over 3 hours.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure I can handle them.
The first and third films are nearly 3 hours, but the second one, however, is 7 minutes off 3 hours. It's longer than 3 hours. The second movie.
I think I could handle it because, if I can handle Lord of the Rings, then I can handle this.
And also, you have seen Zack Snyder's Justice League, right?
Obviously, why wouldn't I?
Yeah, exactly. Why wouldn't you?
Then you can easily sit through this.
Yeah, because Zack Snyder's Justice League, that didn't even feel like 4 hours watching it again.
Yeah, it's very well paced, the Snyder Cut.
Yeah, because the first time I took breaks, when I did a second rewatch and it was the black and white version, it didn't even feel like 4 hours. It felt like 2.
Yeah, and also I've seen it 3 times now, and it still feels like 2 hours.
Yeah, it's well paced. Really well paced.
Yeah, another example would be Peter Jackson's King Kong.
Oh, yeah, definitely. See not Fred. King Kong 2005, in my opinion, is another example of a timeless classic. Timeless.
Yeah, underrated.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say outside of the Middle Earth movies, I think that's probably one of my. I think King Kong might be my favorite Peter Jackson movie outside of Middle Earth.
Yeah, it's mine as well. And I will watch more of his films too because he's an absolute legend, Peter Jackson.
Yeah, I really want to watch more of his.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. I think he did some films before Lord of the Rings. What do you want to check out? So yeah.
Yeah, like for example, Reanimator, I think.
Mm-hmm. Okay, guys. So I've got 5 of those Carbonite characters left now to rescue.
Mm.
Unfortunately, it looks like one of them's Darth Maul, who I've got to rescue. Sadly, wish I had him already because I love Maul.
Well, come to think of it, you know how I have a list of movie directors that I want to watch all their movies? I might as well add on Peter Jackson.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, because next on the list is Spielberg.
Very nice. I mean, you could do Spielberg first, Ozzy, of course. It'll make sense because he's your third director.
Yeah, he's next on the list because I already finished Tim Burton, so Spielberg's next. And then after Spielberg, I'm going to try Sam Raimi.
Very nice.
I mean, he's practically the guy that got me into Marvel, so I might as well watch more of his stuff.
Yeah, for me as well, yeah. I think that applies to lots of people.
Downloaded the first Jurassic World, Jurassic Park.
Oh, you definitely do a treat, Blaze.
Yeah, after the disappointment of Indy 5, why not?
and Blaze, why do you tell everyone here which part you turned off Indy 5 at?
When Helena betrayed him again.
Yeah, did you have enough, Blaze?
Yeah, I was like, F this movie.
And Blaze, did you warn your dad about it after he shut it off?
Yeah, I told him that the CGI is really bad on Indy's face.
Yeah, and also, Blaze, you said to me as well that you feel the explosions in this film were nowhere as good as ones in the trilogy.
Yeah, they feel so fake compared to the trilogy.
I can imagine. And also, Blaze, do we by any chance overuse CGI in this 5th movie?
So far it didn't look like it, but a little bit, I'll say.
Oh God, you think they'd learn? You think they'd learn the lesson from Kingdom, because Kingdom used way too much CGI, in my opinion, way too much. And look what they did in this. They're still doing it. They didn't learn the lesson, did they? Useless.
Oh yeah, look, guess who I'm fighting second?
Who is it?
Negan.
Oh, you're fighting Negan. Nice.
Oh yeah. Speaking of Indy 5, you know how every villain has the same tradition in all Indiana Jones movies where they get killed by the thing they wanted?
Yeah, of course. That's the main theme.
I just heard that they broke tradition.
They did, yeah. Unfortunately, because the main villain dies in a plane crash instead.
Seriously, out of all, seriously, a plane crash. And also, we're gonna say that when the villain actually got hit by the lamp, I was actually laughing a little bit.
Well, I can't blame you, Blaze, because it was perfectly done. I mean, you said it
just looked like Gmod.
Yeah, Gmod. That's what you said. Yeah, it looked like a Gmod thing.
Yeah, it did.
And also, Blaze, can you also confirm that Helena is unlikable?
Oh yeah, she is.
Yeah.
I can't stand her.
Yeah.
And also, Blaze, we just said that she can't be redeemed at all.
She can't, because she betrays him so many times, steals the Dial of Destiny.
Doesn't she also doesn't she abandon him as well, Blaze?
Yeah.
Oh dear.
So many times.
Oh dear.
Like whenever she has an opportunity, she just leaves Indy.
Oh yeah, Blaze, did you cringe at the capitalism quote?
Yeah.
Is that where you got to, Blaze? The scene where she said capitalism.
If that's the part on the boat, then yeah.
It was in like a selling scene in like a room or something. We're talking about stealing something. They were like arguing about who stole it or whatever. And then she said, "Then I stole it. It's called capitalism." Oh my God!
Part, yeah, during the auction.
Yeah, the auction. Yes. Yeah. And Blaze, would you say that one positive you do have is that Salah appeared from Salah?
Yeah, Salah.
Mm-hmm.
I was actually pretty shocked to see him back.
Yeah, after so long, eh? And also, Blaze, when it comes to Jurassic Park, you're definitely in for a treat because I think Jurassic Park is one of those examples of a film where you can't tell what year it came out. You can't tell because, in my opinion, it's timeless.
I can imagine.
Yeah, I mean, Blaze, just wait till you see the effects for a dinosaur. Your mind will be blown.
Yeah, I heard someone say it was animatronic, wasn't it?
Well, yeah, for the most part, some of it's also CGI too, courtesy of Industrial Lights and Magic.
Yeah, the first Resident Evil also did something like that with Dino Crisis.
Oh, that's cool. So, but yeah, you're definitely in for a treat, Blaze. And in my opinion, the best of a sequel is the second movie, The Lost World.
And Blaze, when it comes to Jurassic Park, that is also my favorite movie from Spielberg.
Oh, nice. And also excited now.
And also, speaking of which, Jurassic Park's actually my brother's favorite movie of all time.
Oh, that's cool. It's an amazing movie.
What's funny is that both my brother and I's favorite movie comes from Spielberg.
That's nice. Yeah, indeed. Screw Anthony Mackie all the way. What he said about Harry Potter, in my opinion, was really stupid.
Yeah, it's like he hasn't even seen it himself. Did you ever watch a Harry Potter movie?
Well, apparently not, because he curious about the race. That it lacks diversity for some reason, but it doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
I can watch this because I recently rewatched the movies.
Yeah, and the thing is, right, you know, I think diversity is in my opinion a very misunderstood concept because most of the time people say it's all to do with race, but no, it's not just race. It's any difference possible to make it diverse.
I mean, look at the Saints Row games as an example.
Exactly.
Apart from the reboot.
And
look at Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, like diversity doesn't just mean race. It can mean all different things, right? You know, gender, characteristics, abilities, and all that, and ages. It can mean all different things and species as well. Like how diverse is that?
So pretty much every single movie that has been made has diversity.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So if these watchers should just watch the movies for God's sake.
Watch a movie.
Is it like how hard is it to watch something?
Like it's just 1.5 hour of your life or 2 hours.
Or 3 if
depending the runtime.
It depends.
I personally think YouTube Shorts have ruined people's attention span.
Oh yeah, screw YouTube Shorts. They're stupid, in my opinion.
Yeah.
For some reason, I keep getting movie facts from YouTube Shorts. I'm like, I already know this stuff happened.
Yeah, I mean, I know that because I've known it, you know, from watching films, and also because I read IMDb sometimes, just for fun.
Yeah, plus also I watch people's movie reviews, so I know about these facts.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I talk about facts too, don't I, Ozzy?
Yeah, you do. I can vouch for that because I've seen pretty much a good chunk of your reviews.
Yeah, and I hope you've enjoyed them.
Yeah, I loved all of them.
Thank you, Ozzy.
Especially your trash talks. Those are the comedic gold right there.
Comedic gold. Thank you so much. Yeah, exactly, Dartham. You've got a good point there. I mean, an example of someone who has my respect for saying something is Wesley Snipes because he said, keep your mouth shut, you'll live longer. Yeah,
not wrong. Which is true.
That's one of the best advice I've ever heard from someone, which is keep your mouth shut. And he's got a point there. Which is also why nowadays I can totally understand why Mike Pollock doesn't do favourites, because when you think about it, you know, bad things can happen based on an opinion these days for some reason.
Yeah, apparently saying one small thing, you're cancelled immediately.
Yeah, it really sucks.
So that means that infamous line from TCM 2022 is going to be going around for who knows when.
Yep.
Trying to think of cancel, bro. Shut up. I don't care.
Yeah. Right, Reverse Prime. I don't want to hear anything about Call of Duty anymore. That franchise is dead to me. Don't talk about the new stuff. I don't want to hear what characters are in it. That's my last warning to you.
Hey, Lou, I just put him in timeout for you.
Thank you, Daniel. I appreciate that. Because yeah, I've already made it clear, guys. I don't want to talk about Call of Duty anymore. It's a company that's dead to me now.
Yeah, leave those kids alone, Call of Duty.
That's all I gotta say to them. Leave children alone. That's all I gotta say. I don't want to talk about that franchise anymore. I'll only stick to the all games before Black Ops 2.
And yeah, this actually reminds me of something. Well, what if we got Nick Merckx on one of these streams?
That'd be great. We can talk to Nick Merckx. He's always welcome if he wants to. By all means. I mean, I'd look.
What about Dr. Disrespect?
Sure, of course. Any YouTuber we're fans of, they're always welcome to join us. By all means, very welcome. Geeks and Gamers staff members are also welcome to join too. Who work for Geeks and Gamers, they can join too if they want to. I'm hoping that one day Josiah Rises will message me about when he'd be free for a chat one day.
Oh, I can't wait for that.
Yeah, I think he's really busy though, guys, which I totally understand. You know, because he posts videos about the news every day, and he's also a dad too, so that's also why too, I guess, which makes perfect sense. I mean, I don't know what that life is like because I've not got kids yet, so yeah, I don't know what life is like yet.
Damn, I just realized I was on mute.
You were muted, Blaze. Oh dear, was it by mistake?
Yeah, I just realized I was talking out. What's that? What the hell? Speaking of Geeks and Gamers, I think they have a new member now. You guys know Jake the Viking?
I think I've heard of him. Yeah.
Yeah, because he was in Mr. Beast videos before he left.
Oh, I see.
Oh yeah, Jake the Viking, I know him. Yeah, that guy's awesome.
Yeah.
And if you want to know why Jake the Viking left Mr. Beast, it's because he wanted to pursue his YouTube career. So they left on good terms.
Let me see if I follow him on Twitter. Does he have a Twitter, or is he?
Yeah, he's friends with Junk 3PO.
Yeah, I do follow him. Jake Franklin is called, yeah.
I don't see if I follow him.
And I see
Jake the Viking.
Oh yeah, as well, guys. When it comes to watching old films this week, I did also watch a couple of films which are made in Japan, which are
Yeah, notice you finally were Spirited Away in Kiki's Delivery Service. Awesome.
Yeah, I love those movies.
Can we see what you think of like Totoro, House Movies Castle?
You'll know in due time.
Yeah, I'm planning to watch more Studio Ghibli movies at some point.
Yeah,
well, Luke, it's time to play this again.
Nice one, Blaze. Blaze, would you say that's would you say that's the easiest platinum of all time?
Yeah, you just play the game.
Nice.
You just play the game and you get trophies. Like yesterday, I got 7 trophies from the game.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Ozzy, but also in a comment saying he wants to thank you for watching his recommended video called "It Was Me, Barry" or something like that. Don't know what that is.
Oh, it's a meme video.
Is it good? That video, is it funny?
Yeah, it's funny with Flash Reverse Flash.
Very nice.
Isn't that from the Flashpoint Paradox? No, I think it's from the old Flash cartoons. Oh. I can tell from the animation style.
And look, when it comes to anime movies, another few that I do recommend is some of the Pokemon movies.
Pokemon, okay. I mean, I did like the Pikachu, so maybe I like it. Or maybe I like the ones which are animated.
Yeah, the only Pokemon movie I saw was The Legend of Mewtwo.
Wait, Blaze. Blaze, have you seen Detective Pikachu?
Yeah, the one with Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, it is a good film if you can handle Ryan Reynolds being Deadpool as Pikachu.
And look, if you were to ask me what my favorite Pokemon movie is, that's the first movie.
First one.
Yeah, same here. Yeah, I've seen a good amount of Pokemon movies too. Look at the stats.
Oh, is that your choice you made, Blaze?
Yeah, 51% of the players did not shoot her. Did you abandon Lily? 54% of players did not leave her.
I really didn't like Lily or any more Telltale games.
How about episode 2? Chop David's leg off. You and 43% of players chopped his leg off. Wow.
So yeah, guys,
so
it looks like, guys, but my future of watching films is going to be lying with things which are not made by Hollywood anymore.
Yeah, Hollywood is kind of dead now.
It is dead in my opinion. And in my opinion, the few good things are just dim lights in infinite darkness. In my opinion, that's all I can say. Speaking of non-Hollywood films which are coming out, though, guys, I saw that Siege is going to be coming out on Blu-ray soon in the UK, so I'm definitely going to look out for that one day.
And I can't wait to watch that movie tomorrow.
All I can say is I hope you enjoy it, Shadow.
But also with that, I'm going to be watching another movie for you guys' benefits. A bad one.
What's that?
This movie I never thought I would watch, but might as well. And that is Blood and Honey.
Why watching that, Shadow? Oh my god. Like, why? What reason do you have to watch it, you know, other than to waste your time? Goodness me.
Well, look, I might as well just get my opinion on it.
Yeah, well, you're about to waste time, so yeah, congrats you for that. You're going to suffer seeing an iconic children's character get ruined. It's actually coincidentally you mentioned that film because when I was at HMV, I saw it was on DVD today, and I showed Peter, my brother, the film. I showed him that a great kid's character is now a horror character, and he thought it was horrible.
It's going around a lot because Peter Pan and Bambi are next for some reason.
Oh, for God's sake!
And out of all characters, Bambi? Are you kidding me?
Isn't Bambi supposed to be a very light-hearted character?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Disgusting.
Wait, they're making a Bambi horror movie? Yes, they are.
It seems like it.
What the hell?
You can see why Hollywood's dead to me now, if it's being Hollywood, that is.
Yeah, but then again, Winnie the Pooh wasn't exactly the first character to get massacred by a horror movie. That probably has to go to Pinocchio.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, because there's this movie called... Oh yeah, I probably should have brought this up when we were talking about Revenge Times earlier, because there's literally a Pinocchio horror movie called Pinocchio's Revenge.
Oh my god.
Trust me, I don't know why I got that title. I think that was released probably around the 90s, I think.
Frankly, I've not seen it. Probably never will.
I think what I'm about to tell you will pretty much sum up the movie. It is a Child's Play ripoff.
So basically, Pinocchio is a psychopath, is he? Who kills people, is he?
Pretty much.
And Ozzy, have you actually seen the film, or do you refuse to watch it?
I actually saw it.
And what's your score for it?
I think a 0.
Wow. So is there nothing good about it?
No, I hated it.
I really love it when people tell me nothing good about a film.
Because look, what I'm about to tell you is going to say a lot. It literally makes Seed of Chucky look like a masterpiece.
And that's saying something, because that, in my opinion, is the worst Chucky film of all time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no question. Del Toro's Pinocchio is masterpiece. My favorite film by him, actually.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that is the best Pinocchio movie of all time, in my opinion.
Very emotional too, might add. Emotional. Yeah, Del Toro is an absolute legend, and he also has my respect for praising animated films, same as cinema.
Yeah, and also when he was praising the Mario movie.
Yeah, of course, and congrats for making, of course, $1 billion, and yeah, I contributed to its sales by getting it on Blu-ray last month.
So, when it comes to Blood and Honey that I was watching tomorrow, at least you guys can have it here, see my rant.
Or what shouldn't be happening at all, because it's going to be an absolute waste of your time, Shadow.
I know, but at least I'm going to wish and see you after that.
Yeah, and
Also,
And
I
and
should.
and Ozzy, I've also
again.
Ozzy, I've also got bad news for you as well, because tomorrow I'll be watching another Disney Cash Grab, Ozzy. Here's what Disney Cash Grab's gonna be. Direct the video.
Oh,
Don't worry, it's not
let
Beauty
me
and
take
Beast.
a.
It's not Beauty and Beast yet, thankfully.
Hold on, let me think. I know it's not Mulan because you already did that one. Not Hunchback. Is it Aladdin?
No, it's not Aladdin. No,
Is it Little Mermaid?
Little Mermaid.
no.
Oh man.
Okay, director. Is Atlantis too?
It is.
Oh, duh.
And Ozzy, is there anything good about Atlantis too?
Some things are good about it, but overall, it's literally just a pilot episode for a TV show that never happened.
Oh dear.
Like, I guess the original. Well, some of the original voice cast coming back, I guess. But well, you already know this. I think I already told you, but yeah, Michael J. Fox does not return. That is James R. Taylor doing the voice of Milo.
Yeah, you've told me that. Yeah, and does Jack even sound anything like Michael J. Fox as him, Ozzy?
No, because he literally just can't do a Michael J. Fox impression.
I don't understand that, because if he wants to sound like Michael J. Fox, then I'd recommend David Kaufman, who did the voice for Mime McFly and Stuart Little in the animation featuring Stuart Little.
Yeah, and you want to know something very ironic? He can actually do a Christopher Lloyd impression of Doc, but he can't do a Michael J. Fox impression.
That's weird. And also, Ozzy, would you also recommend the voice for Marty from the Back to the Future Telltale game for Milo in this sequel as well?
Yeah. Even though I'm not a fan of that game, that actor was really good. Was doing a really great Michael J. Fox impression. Like, you can't even tell that's not Michael J. Fox.
Yeah, his name is AJ Locasio, and also, if I don't know if you knew this already, but he's also the voice of Han Solo in Lego Skywalker Saga.
Well, now I just learned it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
But yeah, so all I can say is, unfortunately, Milo is my least favorite role of James Arnold Taylor, but I'm not going to say it's his worst role, because at least Milo is still likable in the movie.
He's still likable, that's good. But would you say he's a miscast, though?
Bonus.
Yeah, miscast. That's why I'm not going to say that's his worst role.
Yeah, Milo's definitely a very likable protagonist.
Yep, and Michael J. Fox definitely pulled it off.
Mm-hmm. And I hope Michael's doing well nowadays. I really do.
Yeah, I really hope so.
When I watch him in his interviews, guys, it breaks my heart. It really does. Because when I see him in his interviews, guys, he's shaking, isn't he? Oh God, I feel so sorry for him.
And what he said about that he thinks he won't live until he's 80.
Oh
Also,
God,
so heartbreaking.
I really broke my heart when I saw that clip. Oh God. I might one day watch that film called Stillwell that he did recently, a documentary about him. And also, guys, you know, when it comes to, you know, on a more positive note, though, Across the Spider-Verse, was there any parts, you know, in the film where you guys, you know, like cheered, basically, like audiences cheered?
Well, there were many times.
Yeah, there are so many.
I mean, would an example of that be, for example, hey, are you talking to me? You know that scene? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, the infamous me.
Yeah, the you 11 false cameo.
Yep, as PS4 Spider-Man.
And
same thing with Josh Keaton.
Yeah.
And Spectacular Spider-Man.
We know it's hard, but it's the truth, Miles. And
I love the cameos for Toby and Andrew. They were just reused footage.
I wish we had a proper cameo, though, where it was we know where it came back, but who knows? We could have been a sequel.
Because I think another one of the best scenes was probably the Lego scene, and what's interesting about that is how that was actually all made and edited by a kid.
Yeah, because the directors of the film, you know, Lord and Miller. No, they're not directors of this film, but they made it in from the wrote and whatever. They, of course, you know, saw his video because he actually did a Lego recreation of a trailer, was it? And they were so impressed they hired him for a film.
Yeah, that's why I'm impressed.
Which I think is brilliant. And what's also awesome is all of the variations of of J. Jonah Jameson in that film were voiced by J.K. Simmons too, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and then you also have the Spot. Was
Great villain.
Great and funny villain.
Spider-Man, why'd you make that guy? Especially, there's something I really was not expecting in the movie, which is maybe you should get off the kid's ass. I'm just like, what? My whole theater was dying of laughter when he said that.
And also, guys, how do you guys react to live-action Prowler appearing as well?
I did not expect that at all.
No, neither did I.
Apparently, guys, Donald Glover filmed that cameo several weeks before the film came out in like a little box or something. Which is pretty cool. He did that. And I think it's also really cool, guys, that they cast him as Aaron Davis because, guys, Donald Glover is actually the facial inspiration for Miles as a character when he was first created. His face was actually the inspiration for Miles' appearance.
I think that explains the one time he voiced him.
Yeah, but unfortunately, it was an Ultimate Spider-Man.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. When it comes to that show, I've only seen the first episode of that show, and I've not seen any other full episodes of it.
Well, you're not missing anything.
I mean, I have seen Stan Lee's cameos in the series and all that, and some of the voice actors for my voice comparisons.
Well, Stan Lee was pretty much the best part of that show, along with J.K. Simmons and Clark Gregg.
Yeah.
Like, overall, I kind of give Ultimate Spider-Man as a whole, like, maybe a 4, maybe. 4 out of 10.
I think I would give it like a 3.5.
But Spider-Man 2017, on the other hand, it only gets a 2.
And Ozzy, what would you say prevents you from giving that show 0?
Stan Lee.
Just Stan?
Pretty much.
And just out of curiosity, Ozzy, did you by any chance see the episodes where Fred is the Hulk in those shows in a guest role?
Oh, yeah, I have.
Would you say he's one of the few doing courses as well as Hulk?
Obviously.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Ozzy, you're speaking of Fred Tarshaw. I found out a reason why he's Dennis Nedry in Lego Jurassic World.
What's the reason?
Because when you explore Isla Nublar, based on the first movie's area, right, you can actually find Dennis, and you got to rescue him as like a worker in peril, and he has additional dialogue, which wasn't in the movie.
All this time, I literally thought that was Wayne Knight that recorded the additional dialogue.
But I will say, though, that in my opinion, he does sound close to Wayne Knight sometimes, in my opinion, Fred Tarshaw as Dennis. Especially when he does the "you didn't say the magic word" line.
You didn't say the magic word.
Please.
You know what? I should use that for my phone or my computer in case someone tries to get in there without my permission.
Good idea. Yeah, that was Jason Schwartzman as a Spot. Yes, he did a great job playing Spot.
I actually didn't think Spot was going to be that good of a villain.
I love Spot. He was great. I didn't really know much about the character till I saw the film.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, and also as well, when it comes to Fred Tarshaw as Dennis as well, Ozzy, I also was when it comes to other characters who got redubbed Ozzy as well, Ray Arnold, Samuel L. Jackson's character, he got redubbed by John Eric Bentley as well. And but the thing is, Ozzy, is you've also got to rescue Ray Arnold as a worker in peril and as the doubler. But the thing is, he didn't talk when I rescued him.
So then why would you redub his lines if he doesn't talk then?
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. I mean, by all means, cut out bits where he swears, but like still, you could at least use the lines with Samuel L. Jackson talking where he doesn't swear.
Hold on to your butts.
Iconic line, man.
But also, isn't that the same voice actor that voiced Nick Fury in Frozone in the Lego games?
It is, yes, John Eric Bentley. And if you guys have seen that Turbo Netflix series, well, it's not on Netflix now for me, unfortunately. He voices Samuel L. Jackson character Whiplash in that show. I think I do think that in my opinion, when he plays Ray Arnold, he does, in my opinion, sound the closest to Samuel Jackson I've heard him sound ever, in my opinion. Spot on, in my opinion, actually.
I mean, to be honest, when I did play Lego Marvel Superheroes for the first time, I actually thought that was Samuel L. Jackson.
I mean, I can see why, because he's a good impressionist of him, in my opinion. But I do think that the one day, I think T.C. Carson should probably voice Nick Fury one day.
Yeah, because also same thing with Lego Incredibles and Lego Jurassic World. I think I discovered for Nick Fury that was not him, because I think I saw a voice comparison Nick Fury at one point.
Yeah. I do think as well he does sound closer to him as Frozone too, I might say, especially in the Where's My Super Suit line.
Yep. Super Suit.
Yeah, that's a very famous meme.
Which is a game I am happy to replay on PlayStation whenever I get it on PlayStation.
Yeah, I've got it on PlayStation. I'll play it in my marathon. I'm looking forward to it. I wonder why Rugged Eagle regards it as the easiest game to 100% complete. Wonder why.
I don't understand this.
Yeah, same here.
I find it a little bit difficult.
I mean, if he's experienced being a Lego speedrunner, then good for him. But I'm not a speedrunner by any means. I don't want to do that. That'd be too stressful for me.
Yeah. Plus, I can't speed. Plus, I'm terrible at speedrunning. I tried speedrunning Complete Saga once, and that failed.
I mean, did it fail because you got stressed out, Ozzy, or something?
Yeah, I got stressed out. The amount of deaths I kept taking.
Sorry to hear that.
And because I was trying to do it without the extras as well.
Yeah, without the extras, it is hard, I might say, for the most part.
So yeah, I just ended up giving up. Because I just prefer to play video games at my own pace and not speed running it at all.
Yeah, me too. No rush. I think the best advice I can say to gamers is, take your time with games. Don't rush yourself because you might get stressed out. Take all the time you need.
Yeah.
But not only that, there's a lot more stress speed running because, what if the game crashes?
Exactly, and Lego games are guilty of that.
Many of them.
I can definitely vouch for it.
Yeah, same here, because I know at one point, when I was playing Lego Star Wars Complete Saga on the Wii, for some reason, the Droid Factory, a certain part of it, the game always kept crashing.
Well, that sucks.
I mean, it doesn't do it anymore, but at one point it kept doing it so often that I thought the game broke or something, but It didn't.
That is unfortunate.
Yeah, but in my opinion, I think the worst Wii port for a Lego game is Lego Batman 2s.
Oh dear. Thankfully, I've not played it on the Wii.
Yeah.
I've only played it on Xbox 360 and PS Vita.
I played it on Wii, and I'm just going to say it's literally the worst Lego port ever played on Wii.
Wow. But Ozzy,
the game crashes so many times.
But Ozzy, would you rather play that over Lego Movie 2?
Lego Movie, I'd rather play that over Lego Movie 2 all the way.
Nice one.
It's still somewhat playable, even though the gameplay on the Wii is really bad. Yeah, because remember those vehicle missions on the Wii? You have to point at the screen 24/7, and it really hurt my wrist.
I can imagine. I think Wii can be an example of an exercise game, to be honest. Because of that reason.
Yeah, I'm just going to stick to my Mario games.
Good idea.
And Wii Sports, and Wii Play, and I guess Wii Fit.
Yeah, I guess stick to exclusive, really.
Yep, and along with the Zelda games, I still need to play some Zelda. There's 2 Zelda games on the Wii that I really want to play. Well, one specifically, because I've already played the other one because it got re-released on Switch. And if you're wondering, the Zelda game I'm talking about is Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess.
Well, I hope you get to play it one day, Ozzy. Yeah, you're not wrong about Dorlock.
Apparently-
Red Tarshaw can do a good impression of Jeff Bridges. I can vouch for that because I heard his voice of Obadiah Stane in Behind My Video Game.
I can vouch for that too because he voices Kevin Flynn in Kingdom Hearts.
Oh, that's
too.
cool.
I mean, not Kingdom Hearts 2. Dream Drop Distance.
Yeah, don't he voice him in one of those Tron shows by any chance?
Not sure because I have not seen Tron Uprising.
I'll check if he did voice him in that. Tron Uprising. Oh, it's on D-, so yeah, that's annoying.
Well, Tron's Disney, so that kind of makes sense.
On there of all places. He voices Clue, you know, the accounts part of Kevin, and then he does also voice Kevin Flynn in episode 9. And guys, the main reason why I'd want to watch this is mainly because Lance Reddick is in the show too as well.
I honestly think this year with the deaths, I think Lance Reddick is the one that hit the most.
Yeah, because it came out of nowhere and he died, and we lost him way too soon. He was only 60.
Plus, also, I want to check him out on the show that he's in called Young Sheldon.
Oh yeah, I've heard great things about that. You know, a prequel to Big Bang Theory. I mean, I love Big Bang Theory, so I'm definitely going to watch that prequel show one day.
Yeah, there's a lot of shorts that are posted on that show, and the clips I've seen are incredibly funny because it's literally just the characters roasting each other. And also, I saw the clips with Lance Reddick, and he's pretty damn good. I will tell you that.
I can imagine.
That's no surprise. He's
playing,
great actor.
I guess, Sheldon's school teacher, I believe.
Oh wow.
Or university teacher.
I wonder how they're going to write his character then if the show's going to be continuing, you know, because he's passed away. And also, guys, I also see as well that Elijah Wood's in it as well, and also Bruce Boxleitner now reprises his role as Tron as well. And I see as well that Mandy Moore is in it too, and also Lance Henriksen, and Paul Rubens is in it as well, guys. Paul Rubens.
Rest in peace, Paul.
As a character called Pavel. And I see as well that John Glover is in it as well, and so is Kate Mara. And I have no doubt in my mind that she'll be better in the show than she was in Phantom Force Stick.
Most likely.
And I can also see as well that Aaron Paul in it as a character called Cyrus. Oh, wow. How interesting.
The only reason how I remember Tron Uprising, I mean, even though I didn't watch the show yet, I mostly remember because of all the ads I kept getting for it on Disney XD when I watched that back then.
And I see as well...
Or Disney Channel as a whole.
And I see as well that Olivia Wilde also reprises a role as Quora as well. So yeah, it's a shame it shows on D- of all places. So yeah, I'll have to watch it by other means.
Well, at least I can watch it then.
Yeah, you can watch it.
I mean, aside from watching movies and shows, the only other thing I was able to use D- is, I guess, educating myself, since Disney owns National Geographic, which is the one company Disney did not ruin out of all things.
Still does make sense.
That's out of all companies, you don't ruin National Geographic. What is that?
Yeah.
I mean, probably the only explanation I can give is that pretty much barely anyone cares about National Geographic nowadays.
I don't really watch that, to be honest, guys.
I mean, the only reason why I watch is just to educate myself.
Yeah.
I mean, besides, it's been way better. Plus, the things I've been watching on there is way better than whatever my teachers have been trying to teach me in school. Well, at least the bad ones, not the good ones. The good ones get a pass.
Yeah. Yeah, so I see that Lance appeared in an episode of Young Sheldon as a character called Professor Butcher.
Yeah, that's the one I was talking about. He's pretty damn good in the clip I saw him in.
And that's unfortunately his second to last role in a live-action show before he died, because his last live-action show he was in before he died was unfortunately Resident Evil.
Oi! Where he played Blade.
Yeah, of course, the Albert Wesker knockoff, but his final ever live-action role in a TV show, though, guys, will be that Percy Jackson show, though.
I'm only watching his scenes. Only.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do, because I myself am not a Percy Jackson fan.
I mean, the movies were terrible.
I didn't like any of the movies.
I've only seen the first one, guys. I didn't really care about much, to be honest.
Sea of Monsters was garbage.
Sea of Monsters was way worse.
Yeah, I can imagine. I didn't hear good things about it, guys.
And it's one of those movies where it makes the villain's defeat in the first movie pointless.
Oh dear.
Yeah, because for some reason the main villain comes back. I'm just like, I thought he was defeated in the last one.
Yeah, that's weird.
And of course, no Pierce Brosnan as well, which was probably the only good thing I can say about the first movie.
He doesn't get recasted with someone else playing him in the sequel, guys.
I think so.
Probably. And also, all I can say is that the characters are even more annoying in this one.
Oh dear.
And I believe one of the characters does get wasted too, because he's barely in the movie. It's the goat character. I don't remember his name.
And
the guy that's part man, part goat.
Yeah, I'm gonna look it up.
But on a more positive note, though, I will
Grover.
definitely watch Young Sheldon one day, guys.
I know that I want to, because those clips I've seen of the show are incredibly funny, so that's why I want to watch it.
And I'll say that the goat character you didn't remember the name of, his name was Grover.
Grover, that's why the name rang a bell. Well, aside from the Sesame Street character. Because then, other than that, didn't care for Percy himself, because I found him to be unlikable.
And yeah, Pierce Brosnan's character, Chiron, got...
Chiron, yeah.
Yeah, Chiron, he got replaced. With an actor called Anthony Head.
Yeah, I know him. He was in Doctor Who shadow as Mr. Finch in the school episode where Sarah Jane returned in series 2. Yeah.
Plus, I think Percy Jackson's how I got introduced to Pierce Brosnan, because I thought it was Mars Attacks, but I'm just realizing that I saw Percy Jackson before Mars Attacks.
And I guess one positive I can say about Sea of Monsters is Octavia Spencer, Craig Robinson, and Ron Perlman.
Yeah.
And speaking of which, Luke, how is The Office so far?
It's great. I'm really liking it. Apart from Mindy Kaling, of course.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah. She is so far. She is so far my main quality, but I'm having an absolute blast watching the show so far. It's a shame not made a good comedy as good as this ever since, really, I guess.
But I still would know what's the one funny thing about the Percy Jackson movies.
What's funny, Ozzy?
It's that the author of Percy Jackson refuses to watch them. I still find that to be incredibly funny.
Well, I guess I can't really blame Rick Riordan, is it, who wrote the books?
Yeah, because you know it's a bad sign where if you screwed up a book to movie adaptation, if the author won't watch it.
Yeah. But yeah, and Ozzy, just out of curiosity, have you seen The Big Bang Theory or like episodes or clips or whatever?
I only saw one clip of it.
And what clip was that, Ozzy?
Shadow, you're gonna love this one. It's the clip with James Earl Jones and Carrie Fisher.
Oh yeah.
It's not funny anymore, James. So why am I still Yeah, that's the only clip I've seen from Big Bang Theory.
And also, Ozzy, that's also my favorite episode of the entire series, the Convention Conundrum.
So yeah, considering that Young Sheldon's a prequel to Big Bang, I'm just gonna start with Young Sheldon before Big Bang.
The only thing is, Ozzy, is that show is still going on. You know, it's not being confirmed it's going to end yet. So yeah, there is that. So you might have a long time watching Young Sheldon.
Yep. And then, I mean, you guys already know, I think I did mention this plan before, but I am going to watch Breaking Bad, but I'm going to start with Better Call Saul first. Oh, that's a prequel.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it makes better sense that way.
You definitely will have a good time. No, I'm not seeing that 90s Fantastic Four thing. I don't even have access to it. And to be honest, I'm not interested.
I did not like that. I hated that one.
Yeah, I'm not interested in watching it, guys. I don't want to watch it.
I mean, technically it's non-canon, but if it was canon, I would say it's second worst Fantastic Four movie.
As far as I'm concerned,
Because-
guys, there's only 2 live action Fantastic Four films to me. Only 2.
Only 2.
And plus, also that '90s one, I kind of find it to be a bit overrated.
Well, I mean, I didn't hear good things about it, Ozzy, so yeah.
I mean, even though critics don't like it, it actually does have a fan base.
Really? Oh, wow.
Yeah, because people were saying, like, this is the best adaptation of the Fantastic Four. I'm just like, since when did Ben transform back to normal?
He doesn't.
He's not the Hulk.
That's just really stupid. I think, is
Literally,
he just a Hulk knockoff, Ozzy?
yeah. And his
That
design
sucks.
in the '90s one is crap.
I can imagine it. I saw maybe shots of it from clips, and it just looked hideous.
Yeah, because if I remember correctly, one scene that literally the thing when like it's clobbering time, and then he calms down, and then he just turns back to Ben.
Hmm.
And then he turns back to the thing by getting angry.
Oh dear.
Hmm.
That's
He's literally just Hulk.
but orange, not green.
And more rocky, if you get what I mean.
Yeah. I don't expect him to become a boxer anytime soon.
Yep.
But the reason why I say this is the second worst Fantastic Four movie, not Fan Force, why it's not as bad as Fan Force, is because at least it still has some faithfulness to the comics. Just
Some.
Yeah, like Doctor Who, for example.
Doctor Doom, you mean?
Yeah, Doctor Doom, I mean, yeah.
I don't know why I laughed at it.
Yeah, I don't know. Sorry. Yeah,
But yeah, you get my
at least Doctor Doom is comic accurate.
Hmm.
And I guess the suits for the Fantastic Four is somewhat comic accurate.
okay.
Yeah, they're all right.
And at least their origin story is still the same. They get hit by cosmic waves and not a stupid dimension. But yeah.
Mm.
All I know about the Roger Corman Fantastic Four is that it was just never released in theaters, and the only way I was able to watch it is because somebody uploaded the full movie on YouTube.
Wow. Well, I'm not going to watch it on YouTube at all. No chance. And I see Daniel's just shared him a server. You know, I've just noticed now that Sean Chandler is watching some celebrities, which is really awesome. Charlie Cox, Vincent D'Onofrio, and Kristen Ritter. Awesome. He's really lucky.
And there's another thing I was going to mention about Fantastic Four, about the Roger Corman Fantastic Four.
What about it, Ozzy?
I guess some people might be fine, I guess, with Doom actually dying in this one. Well, at least the way it was executed was better than Van Forstick.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, since you're not interested in that, I might as well say that instead of Doom getting defeated, you know, like locked away in the original two, this one he actually gets killed off.
Wow. I suppose you know, freezing. I think freezing him in the first film was probably the right move to allow him the chance to return in sequels. Because yeah, I don't think you can do a Fantastic Four film without Doom, to be honest.
Yeah, killing him is one of the dumbest moves of all time.
Yeah, because he's my favorite enemy of Fantastic Four, guys.
I mean, the way he dies in this one's not as pathetic as Van Forstick, though. I will say that.
So basically, Ozzy, it's not like where Finn becomes One Punch Man, is it?
Yeah, basically. Because what happens, if I remember correctly, is that he fell from his castle when Reed was trying to save him, and he detached his metal arm.
Oh, that's just
And fell.
stupid. Hey, you know when when you say metal arm, Ozzy, I wouldn't be surprised if Rocket tried to steal it because he's obsessed with metal arms, isn't he?
Yeah, I was
Rocket
wondering,
Raccoon.
where is Rocket?
Or maybe MCU Spider-Man saying the metal arm's awesome.
But yeah, but now you know how Doom dies. Well,
pathetic.
But then again, I don't really know if he really did die, because there could be a possibility that he survived the fall.
But thankfully, they didn't do a sequel, did they?
Yeah, because this one failed.
Hmm.
And plus, it wasn't released, so that's another thing.
Failed hard.
So yeah, and of course, thanks to Doom being able to return him a sequel, I think to be more favorable to the comics too, because when he returned him a sequel, the helmet was welded to his face, and it stuck to him, wasn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, and he also had the comic accurate costume
Yep,
as well.
exactly. So yeah, Doctor Doom's awesome. Yeah, Julian McMahon is definitely my favorite in live action. He's definitely far better than what Toby Kebbell, far better.
Way better.
But if you
Or
guys,
C-3PO.
but if you guys wondering who my favorite thing is about the two films, it's Michael Chiklis.
Yeah, he was perfectly casted as the Thing.
Yeah, he's my favorite thing about the two films. And I do think he's also an underrated actor as well.
Yeah, Michael Chiklis is pretty awesome.
He's a really cool actor in my opinion. And I think it made sense to cast him, of course, as Thing because he's actually a big fan of the character in the comics, guys, which is really cool. So you're casting a fan. That's definitely the right thing to do.
Yeah, plus he also has the perfect voice for the Thing.
Yep, perfected his voice, and I think he had a great story in the first film where you definitely do feel sorry for him as well.
Yeah. I mean, his wife leaves him.
Yeah.
Just how he looks.
Yeah. Poor Benjamin, eh?
And then everybody just wants to get lost just for how he looks as well.
And Shadow, if people are going to be wondering why his wife didn't return afterwards, we can probably assume that she went into a zombie apocalypse afterwards, eh?
Yeah.
Because if you're wondering, Ozzy, she'd play by the same person who plays Andrea on The Walking Dead.
Oh. Well, now I know.
Yeah, which is really cool. So we got 19 minutes left of the stream. It's been a really great blast so far, guys. Can't wait, to do more streams like this. But obviously my schedule might be reduced, because Monday I'm starting my job full time. So yeah.
Oh yeah, congratulations on that, by the way.
Yeah, congrats.
Thank you. Much appreciated, guys. Might be pretty exhausting though.
Wishing you the best of luck.
Thank you. And just so you know, guys, because I might be tired, I might probably end up not doing as much videos in the future.
That's all right. Perfectly understandable.
Yeah. I'll still do these streams because obviously it's on a day where I don't need to work, thankfully. It's a Saturday, thankfully. So that's one good thing about it. No matter what my schedule's going to be like, at least I can still do streams every Saturday talking to people.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to be a lot of fun. And yeah.
Oh yeah, Luke.
What, Blaze?
So I started playing The Walking Dead, and for some reason I had a glitch in the game.
What happened, Blaze?
I couldn't enter the nurse office for some reason. Let me show you.
Why?
I actually recorded it just to show you.
And what happened, Blaze?
Let me go find it. Well, you're supposed to get tape from here, see?
Right.
So I went to get the tape, but this was just me walking back and forth. Yeah, I got the tape.
Right.
I run. For some reason, I spawn right here. This is a glitch also. Right when Lee goes away, look at this. And for some reason, Lee literally spawns in the classroom.
That's strange.
Which is not supposed to happen.
Maybe restart the game, Blaze, from where you're up to and try and do it again.
Okay, that's really hurt me. I actually did restart it. Look.
Did it fix, Blaze?
Yeah, I put the rewind. I played it again. Right here, look, I killed the zombie.
Blaze, it says unstable internet connection for me.
Oh dear.
So, hang on, I'm just gonna leave the call for a quick second and I'll be back.
Okay, look. gets taped again, Luke.
Okay, nothing. Okay, nothing has changed.
Oh dear.
But this time, he actually spawns in the correct place. She's right here, see?
God dang it. Okay.
Wait, look at this, look at this, ready? I couldn't enter the door. There was no prompt for it, look.
Oh no.
Yeah, so I had to rewind, and now it works. The other thing you need to know is that based on what Blaze was showing us, that was actually hurting my eyes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I was fast forwarding because the video was like 33 minutes.
Wait, Blaze, you recorded half an hour footage?
Actually, no, let me show you this thing quickly. So any game you play, Luke,
Yeah.
it's actively recording. So just press share and just press square. And it's literally going to record your whole session.
And does it take up storage, Blaze?
Yeah, in the thingy, capture gallery.
Right, so it does take up space, oh dear.
Yeah, it's like 2 gigs. I usually don't record on the PlayStation. Sometimes I do it if I find something really funny.
I just do screenshots, guys, really, and I send them, via the messages to Blaze, and then I'm able to save them to my camera roll on my phone and put them in the video game chat for us to see. Because as you guys will have probably seen last night, I unlocked Ray Arnold in Lego Jurassic World and put it in the chat with his iconic catchphrase. It's pretty cool how even though he's only a supporting character, he got an iconic line.
Yeah.
And of course, I mean, guys, that's Samuel L. Jackson, so you got to give him an iconic line, haven't you?
Yeah, obviously.
Why wouldn't you?
Exactly. Why wouldn't you? But I mean, he of course has the privilege of being in a Spielberg movie as well, which is pretty amazing. And if you guys wondering what my favorite thing about the game is, it's getting to play with dinosaurs. What? And most of the time, guys, I play as my favorite dinosaur, the T-Rex.
Also cool is how you can customize the dinosaurs too.
Yeah. When I customized my Velociraptor, I made it have a T-Rex head, so it has the ability to smash the amber objects from its raw. And of course, when it comes to Velociraptors, guys, when I'm playing as the normal ones, not custom ones, I play as my favorite one, which is Blue.
Yeah, I always pick that raptor as well.
Yeah. And guys, when I do free roam in the open world, I always play as Ian Malcolm because he's my favorite character.
I mean, usually I just play as Owen Grady or Alan Grant.
I mean, they are the default characters for their respective worlds, after all. So yeah, take care about all that. See you soon. And
I mean, in the
what was he?
In the Jurassic Park trilogy, Alan's my favorite, and Jurassic World it's Owen.
Yeah, of course. Owen's awesome.
Yeah. Mostly because he's played by an actor that I'm a huge fan for, and that I support a lot nowadays.
Yeah, the legend.
And yeah, he's my favorite actor of all time, Chris.
And I do think it's also really cool having going back through a game to record additional lines. That's awesome.
I think I know why, because Chris cares about the fans.
He does. He loves the fans.
And also, I do think that Chris Pratt loves the character of Owen Grady.
I think he does. That's why he plays him so well.
Yeah, when it comes to, yeah, and I think he also came back for Dimensions because he for both Eminem, because he loves his characters.
Yeah, of course he does. Yeah, it's really cool. We came like there's two of them.
Yeah, and also about that he makes references to himself.
Yeah, really cool.
I remember the Emmett and Owens interactions. He's like, haven't I seen you somewhere? And he's like, I don't know, I've worked around the park.
Yeah, that's a very clever joke about, of course, how we play the same acts. They even do it with other characters too, Ozzy, who interact with Emmett and Owen.
Like Unikitty.
Yeah, she'll say to him that you sound like Emmett. And
What's incredibly funny about Emmett and Owen's interaction is that Chris Pratt, like the tone of his voice, he goes from being comedic to serious.
yeah, because as Emmett, his voice is a bit higher pitched, isn't it? Than Owen, who's deeper and serious, of course, which is brilliant.
He's like, haven't I seen you around somewhere? He's like, I don't know, you're around the park.
Pretty cool. And I've also noticed as well, guys, that in Lego Dimensions, didn't Owen have a tranquilizer gun as like a gun to use?
Yeah, he did.
Well, in
Knife.
he doesn't have a gun in Jurassic World, does he? Lego Jurassic World, does he?
No, he does not.
Just has a knife, and he can climb walls, which is very useful.
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. And he also has stealth mode.
Yeah, and also, guys, one of my favorite characters as well in Jurassic World, aside from Owen, who I also had a lot of fun playing, guys, is also Barry.
Barry's an underrated character, in my opinion.
And so far, guys, he's my favorite World War Marseille as well, or C. I don't know how you pronounce it. Please forgive me for mispronouncing his surname. And guys, there is a French TV show that he's in that I do want to check out, which is called Lupin. I want to check that out.
Lupin, that kind of sounds like a Harry Potter spinoff, if you ask me.
Yeah, it does. Apparently, it's like a thriller show or something that he's in, and it's in French because he is a French actor. In case you guys wondering, he's French.
Oh, Lupin! You're talking about Lupin.
Yeah, Blaze. I'm saying I might check it out one day.
Oh, you'll like it.
I mean, Blaze, is that your favorite World War Marseille?
So far, yeah.
Nice. I mean, Blaze, would you say he was better than he was as Hot Rod?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He had more character in the show.
That's good. And also as well,
I think the show ended perfectly as well. I think the show ended perfectly.
You think so? That's cool. And oh yeah, Blaze, when you check out Jurassic World and also Dominion, you'll definitely like him in those ones as Barry.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I mean, you guys. You guys as well. Have you guys got World of War Marseille as well?
Likewise, Barry. Yeah, same thing, Barry.
Yeah. Personally, guys, I wish I had more screen time in Dominion, though.
I felt like he deserved it.
Yeah, he only had like one big scene, and that was it. We never saw him again, sadly. And I do also love how he came back with like Jurassic World as well. I love that. Basically, the main cast of Jurassic World came back for the game, which is really awesome. Alexander's back. Hey, Alexander.
Hello.
If you wonder what we're talking about just now, we were talking about Jurassic Park and specifically the Lego game, Lego Jurassic World.
I see.
And we were talking about how many characters from in the game are voiced by the actors from the movie who come back, which is pretty cool, isn't it?
Well, that's good. You can't say the same with many other franchise Lego adaptations.
Yes, many of them get recasted, don't they? And when it comes to this game, you'll be happy to know that Alexander, remind me, did you say your favorite character in Jurassic World is Simon Masrani?
It's tough to decide, but he's definitely up there. He might be my
Yeah,
favorite.
Earthen Khan's character, may Earthen rest in peace.
Yes.
Yeah.
He also died way too soon as well.
We lost him too soon in 2020, didn't we? And yeah, Simon's probably my favorite wall of Earthen Khan actually so far, guys.
I mean, guys, he was only 53 when he died.
Lost too soon. And
yeah, that's very young. That's a very young age. 53.
And he did have a voice his character in like I mentioned though, which was great.
Yeah, wasn't he in Amazing Spider-Man 2? Wasn't he that guy?
He was, yes, as Mr. Wrath, I think he's called.
Yeah, I prefer his Jurassic World character much more because his Amazing Spider-Man character was quite evil, when
yeah, he was. Wasn't really a fan of his character, to be honest.
And I feel like he got wasted in.
Yeah, he did. And if you guys have seen Life of Pi, he plays the adult version of the main character in Life of Pi.
I have seen Life of Pi. I really like it, but I haven't rewatched it in a long time.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I love them. Yeah, I love that movie.
Yeah.
Wasn't that movie by Ang Lee?
Let me check the director for you, Ozzy.
I think
Life of Pi 2012.
'Cause I
Um,
remember
yes,
wanting
it
to
was
watch
Ang
that
Lee. It
movie,
was
but
Ang Lee. It was Ang Lee.
The last time I watched it was actually when I was 6 years old, when I went to watch it in the theater.
Oh, wow, that's cool.
yeah, for some reason I wasn't able to watch it back then because I actually wanted to see that movie in theaters. I really don't know what prevented me from watching it.
It is a good movie, and also Alexander, just like curiosity, just like Barry in Jurassic World. Barry,
Remind me, who is that?
he's Owen Grady's assistant, played by Omar Sy.
Oh yeah, I did like him. I mean, I love Omar Sy. I love him. He's a
I mean,
great actor.
have you got a favorite wall of Omar Sy, Alexander?
Yeah, but I don't know. You
Connor.
haven't watched that movie much.
What film is it, Alexander?
It's called The Intouchables, and it's one of my favorite films. It's just incredible.
Is it in French, Alexander?
Well, I watched it in a Russian dub,
Oh,
so
okay.
maybe it's in French.
Well, I think it is because Omar is French, and yeah, I think it was a French language movie. Yeah. Hey, Connor, nice to see you here. I think he's a great actor on my site, underrated too. And as you guys will of course seen Soul, the Pixar film, he's a French dub for the main character played by Jamie Foxx, as well in Soul, the Pixar movie.
That I did not know because I don't usually watch language dubs that much nowadays.
Yeah,
movies.
I don't really much, to be honest, either. And
yeah, the last time I did that was for Lego Movie 2. The Norwegian version of that movie sucked.
Oh dear, I can see why you don't do that now, Shadow.
Yeah, I mean, the Norwegian dubbing was cringe. Listen to.
Yeah.
I mean, the only language dub I've ever listened to the most when I was a kid was mostly Spanish dub. It was mostly the Spanish dub for obvious reasons.
Yeah, it's fine. And I see as well that
yeah.
I see as well, guys, that he was also Omar Sy was in oh yeah, I also know him from X-Men Days of Future Past as Bishop as well. That's how I got introduced to him, and oh no, he's unfortunately the French voice for the main character in Norm of the North, a film I heard was planned on release.
Oh no!
Oh God.
And also, guys, in the Angry Birds movie from 2016, he's the voice of Red in a French dub.
Oh, that movie's far better than Norm of the North.
Ozzy, have you seen Norm of the North, or do you refuse to see it?
Clips prevented me from watching it.
Yeah, because I heard it was planned on release, and I don't want to watch it.
And also because one of my friends saw it at the time, and oh my god, I still remember he would not stop talking about how terrible it was when we were in school.
And I see it's unfortunately, and also it's unfortunately produced by Lionsgate too. Unfortunately.
And this conversation I found to be incredibly funny, and this was like early in 2016. Like the year has not come to an end. He literally said it is the worst movie of 2016 for him.
Wow.
In general, not just animated.
In general, wow. But yeah, might check out the Intouchables one day though. Intouchables, is it? Yeah. And I see it is in French as well, so I was right, and I'll definitely give it a watch.
Yeah, I really recommend. It doesn't. Some people might find it like really slow, so don't go in there expecting any action. There's zero action of that. It's an emotional movie. It's a drama. It's about well, not really a family, I suppose, but it's about people. It's about their relationship. So you have to go into not expecting anything super crazy or any stunts. It's just a fun, comedy, drama, stuff like that. And it's very wholesome too, because it's Omar Sy's character pretty much takes care of this old man who can't really take care of himself, and so I really found it quite emotional.
Well, I'll be sure to give it a watch, Alexander. Definitely, if you recommend it to me, nice one. Yes, indeed, Connor.
I mean, the ending is happy, but it always makes me cry because it's so emotional, just for me, for some reason.
Well, I'll see what I think of it. Yes, indeed, Connor. Today's a bird in my favourite actor, of course, which is the legendary Keanu Reeves. Yeah, love Keanu Reeves. I wish I could meet him one day. I really want to. Because yeah, from what I've seen of him, guys, in my opinion, he's the nicest actor ever. In my opinion, the nicest actor ever, and I'd love to meet him. I hope I do. I mean, what does it tell you about the fact that he wanted to talk to an 80-year-old fan of his guys? Because because he found out from someone that their that their grandmother in her 80s was a massive fan of him, and he wanted to talk to her personally while at a restaurant.
Oh wow.
Like, because he was at a restaurant, having a meal, and the waiter came over and said, you're my grand's favourite actor, and she's watched all your movies, please. And he then asked the guy, give her a cell phone, give her a call, I want to talk to her. Like, wow. And this is back when he did the Matrix, guys, as well.
Oh, so he's been like that for a very long time.
Yeah, he has. Absolute legend he is. Always will be. Yeah, that'll be a dream come true indeed, Connor. Absolutely.
Well, please let it happen.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, so that is 3 hours of stream. So that was really fun, wasn't it? So yeah, thank you so much for tuning in to see this episode, guys. It's been a lot of fun talking to all of you, and I will see all of you next week, and hope you all have a great week, and I will see you all then. Yeah, so you know the drill, guys. Be sure to give this video a like, and let me know in the comments what you guys thought of the stream, and also please go subscribe to the guests I've had, and please go show them some love on their channels, and also be sure to join Team Prime my Instagram videos in the future. If you would like to be a member, you can press one of these in a piece of or subscription, and we will see you all later. Right, see you guys. Take care. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.